Okay, so for tonight, this is the first ever Smash Legends SEA Championship for the Southeast Asia region. How are you feeling tonight, Chris?
Well, we're hyping it up for tonight, isn't it? We start right off the bat with an extreme battle from Red Team and Eagle Clan.
Mm-hmm.
What will we see in this matchup? You think were we gonna see a highlight tense combat action, or we're just gonna chill pretty match on one sided?
I think this could be a very, heated match, especially this is the first match of the day. We are doing pools right now, which, we're also going to be streaming. Until we're also going to be streaming the top 8 as well. But now, for the first match, there's going to be We're So Cooked versus Mythical Zoan. What do you think?
Seeing over here, we have big names. Zoon. Then we got Rice, and the Egos has been playing with each other for so long, and I'm sure that they have been prepared for the games. We will hopefully we'll see some strategic bans, and honestly, in my part, bro, I hate Brian. Like, that thing needs to go away.
That is true. But before we start everything, I want to thank everyone that have joined the tournament. Also, I want to thank our sponsors as well that have helped us, supported us on this tournament. Ferzal, Jenny, 5 Min Lab, MetaCurb, and also many more of you that already helped on this amazing tournament. And I will personally thank you all for making this tournament very special. Especially this is the first time that SEA region actually have something this big, and I think this is also one of the biggest tournaments of Smash Legends history because there's a total of 40 teams. That is a lot of teams inside this tournament right now.
Wow, 40 teams. That's massive. And especially this is the entire region of Southeast Asia. That this is a big collaboration and for real. We need to shout out for the producer, for those who organized this event.
That is true. This is a really big event, and I really hope everyone have their, can play the game along, and also good luck, have fun to everyone. And I think this is a very, very interesting match that we're going to be having right now. So we are going straight into the draft pick right now. So I think the draft pick is going to be on the side from we're so cooked on having the first ban of the day. So I think the first ban of the day will be have by the red team right here.
We haven't been very familiar with what they're gonna do. I'm expecting some close combat melee champion, supposedly. Oh yeah, we've been seeing. So we're still waiting on the ban. Let's hope we can get some very action-packed match off right off the bat.
That is true that we are having the most electrifying moments in our lifetime now with Smash Legends Championship now on the first ever Southeast Asian Championship. So I think this will also be one of the most memorable history in for Smash Legends, as we know for time and time again. This will be a very, very interesting match, except especially between these two teams, right? Let's see.
Oh, we're still waiting on the sideline of the technical discussion here, but I hopefully we will not get any issue all along our stream this expand.
That is true. And especially on I think the banning of characters, that is very, very prominent, especially in the Dominion mode. I think we've seen like characters like Briar, we've seen characters like Yong Yong, like Maya. Those characters have a lot of hyper armor that can power through a lot of stuff. Can be very, very hard to remove, especially in this Dominion mode.
Absolutely amazing. We're still waiting on the ban list right now. Oh, we have seen right off the bat the Gumi ban. That is supposedly a strategic decision because Gumi, with her passive stacking up, can be stacked up to 5 times and it will explode like 250 health per stack once connected with the ult. It's a good decision if they want to play some high HP and let's not forget Gumi ult plus the stack does true damage.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I think Gumi is also more of a targeting ban because we know some of the players from the blue team actually play Gumi, so it could be, a very, very strategic, ban from the red team over here.
And now we have seen Alice and Gumi off the equation right here. Must be that well, we can all agree that the bunny mines, and then especially pairing up with the skill that after death, uh, Alice just give out 3 other mines. It's just gonna take off the entire field. It's just gonna ban the other side from entering the field at any time.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That for the first pick, we see that having Cindy as well, one of the characters there is very, very tanky and as well having a lot of sustain, especially with the abilities and also this unyielding enhancement paired with the sudden extort can provide a longevity on the battlefield, especially on the Dominion field. But now we see Master Cat and also Wukong, two characters that have a lot of high damage potential if they can actually connect all of those damage. Especially now we see Master Cat being able to do a lot of damage with his ult, Wukong as well, one of the characters that have the highest damage from his ult. So this will be very, very interesting.
Let's not forget that Master Cat, after eliminate an opponent, he can recover 12% HP. And while in his ult animation, he's in that super armor state where he reduces a lot of damage, allowing him to stay on the domination field and basically just being a statue of damage, unleashing all of everything, probably even the nightmare of it.
Mm-hmm. But as we know, and time again, the amount of characters in this game are very, very, very. There's a lot of varieties, especially Briar. Briar also being banned because of the character being very strong, in my opinion. One of the most wanted or like the deadliest characters, especially from the Dominion mode standpoint. Even though there's like a lot of characters that can technically counter Briar, but it's still not that easy and not that simple, especially having that cozy nightmare protecting Briar and actually turning the team into a basically a 1v6 or a 1v5 is really, really hard, especially in the Dominion point where you need to stay inside the box, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But we've already seen a Jacko ban. I've seen a lot of Jacko ban. Jacko in a good player's hand, he's a nightmare. He comes with surprises, especially with his disco disc being flown out and taking like half of the domination ring.
Mm-hmm.
And the matter of fact that Jacko can continuously use his ultimate if he played with the right equation, that's just tons of damages.
Mm-hmm, that is true. Jacko's surprise or his ultimate does a lot of damage, especially that burst of damage comboed with his skill. That poke does hurt a lot into characters like Master Cat, like Wukong, where being punished for their landing can be very, very crucial. Especially having characters like Wuchi and also Zepeta now being picked from the red team, characters that have a lot of high damage skills from their ultimate, right? So what do you think from, Uchi's Nansei and also Zepeta's maximum output can deal a lot of damage here?
Yeah, like those two are a combo too, and you don't want to mess with them at all. Uchi, Nansei, and Zepeta just punched you right off the air, and now we've seen a response with Marina.
Mm-hmm, that is true. And Marina Special, one of the hardest hitting ults in the game, being able to sustain a lot of damage as well, having that hyper armor to power through a lot of attacks. But now we are going to the first match of the night between Mythical Zoan versus, we are so cooked right now from the blue team and the red team onto the match right now.
Now we can already see Cindy trying to do an aggro right here. Wuchi picking up 2-person and Cindy just keeping off all the way around. More Wukong trying to find some damages, hitting on Zepeta. Mastercast doing his job right here. We are seeing another ult right here. Nansei could be used at any moment right now, but oh my god,
Mastercast with the ultimate. Butterfly Arts over there making its contact hit to the red team member, but now Uchi is now trying to buy his time inside the battlefield. Now Cindy's here, having that Cinderella dive, hitting no one though. Getting punished by Aris over there, but now we see Zapeta with the maximum output being available, but Nancy missing the target just by a little bit on the left side.
And as we can see right now, the blue team is still holding the control of the zone as the red team is trying to figure a way to win. No, MasterCat misses the ult, but however, all the members of the blue team are stacking up right now. We might be seeing some changes in color right now here. A Marina doing a fantastic job trying to keeping the round for the red team, but the blue team with the MasterCat ultimate is just amazing. The mobility of the red team is just not enough.
That is true. That feline arts butterfly by Mastercat being able to hit that last hit, but no, Cinderella dive over here and the maximum output from Zapeta able to miss. The Marina special coming down here from the blue team being able to sustain a little bit longer, and now we see the red team are very low, but the Lance managed to hit two people from the blue team.
Oh, we're seeing the punching machine used by Zapeta right now, and now there's only one person now coming in through the domination round is Cindy now. We're trying to save the round for the red team right now. Maybe Nancy will be used again, but there's misses!
Oh my god, Marina special being popped in again, but now we see Cinderella dive. Oh, look at that HP being on the sustain on that red team. Rofi being able to buy some more time for his team. Onto this match, we see again and again, nice Cinderella kick, try to buy some time, another Cinderella dive, managed to hit two. Now the Zapeta with the maximum output managed to push a lot of the red players team, but now we see the change in color for the first time, having 1 minute and 20 seconds left into this match.
The red team now need to secure the domination round until the end of the round in order to get that 3 score point. However, as we have just mentioned, Cindy uses his ult, trying to take time into the Zapeta. Misses the target. Misses.
Oh, that was a shame, but that that Uchi over there managing to actually hit that Nancy at the last moment actually bought time for 2 scores as well, but being on this match having 50 seconds left, but no! That Uchi with the kick actually misses the box and managed to, fail into buying more time for the team, and that is the first win of the day going through the team for Mythical Zoan. That is very hype, man.
It is amazing. However, it is unfortunately to see that Cindy is kind of off pace to the battlefield. Do you feel me? Like she's a bit slow on her auto attack, misses quite a few opportunity to punish Mastercard and allowing Mastercard to just roaming across the battlefield freely.
That is true. Mastercat being able to land those feline arts butterfly is, very, very crazy, especially onto this matchup. But now we are going to the second match of the day, and we're going to see the ban system going through again because the blue team won, so the red team can ban once more.
Wow, it is. Oh, I've just spotted there are a few technical issue in the brackets that some of the team get disqualified for not having enough people. It's such an unfortunate.
We are seeing, some people actually being disqualified because, they are not in time and also they're late to the tournament. We don't want this, especially for the people that actually made it in time. We want to respect their time. And, for the people that is not, having a lot of time over here, I can actually prolong on how the tournament can play. So, yeah, this is really, really the thing that we want to avoid, especially on a tournament this big, right?
Absolutely. We need to respect people. Like, we pay blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of money as well to do the preparation. We cannot just wait for one person being late. We need to get the machine rolling.
That is true. Especially now, we're seeing the second row of the teams are actually now playing, right, on the matches tonight, and I think for the team on, both Mythical Zoan and also We're So Cook put up a good fight, having 1-0 over the other team. But now we are going to move on to the other matches. So we are going to wait on these players being invited here. The second match should be uh, Aura versus Tower of Legends, I think. Is it available?
Yeah, it is. I
Okay.
think they are here on time.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Who is
Aura players are already here. I think Aura also have a reputation in the SEA side of things, having a big name at least for the uh pretty much a long time ago since SL is still growing, I guess. A lot of these players are also old players because, this game has been out for a really long time, and I think this will be a very interesting matchup between Aura and Tower of Legends. What do you think, Chris?
Aura has made a name for themselves throughout the expansion of the entire game. We have to thank 5 Minute for creating this game once more time. Such an action-packed game. They're just filled with experienced people, and there we are gathered. Here we are gathered with, how do we say, maybe try hard, maybe some are looking for some casual games, but my godness, Aura and Tower of God, they have been playing this game for long, and I will say this is gonna be another hell of a game.
That is true. Having these two teams are very, very interesting, and Aura have the higher seedings can, start with the on the banning phase first. So we'll see what will they ban on the match tonight, right? We give them 30 seconds to think about what they want to ban. Parfait is
Oh,
going to be banned. Okay, red
yeah,
team.
that's a target ban. I know it.
Mm-hmm. Ban one character, and I'm going to give them 30 seconds because we need to keep the ball rolling, especially tonight. Okay, Kuronai also a target ban to Lychee, I think. But now Lychee and his team of Aura can can pick one character on for tonight. What do you think?
Unfortunately, both of the main character has been targeted ban, and I would say to see Kurenai in action in a domination game, it's amazing. Like, he can buy a lot of time, especially when he's airborne. He can get that 3 auto attack mid-air, just buying like a solid 3 second for the team to get in as well. And then his super armor state from the ult as well, unleashing a lot of damage as well as keeping him alive. It's just it's a bit of a regret that we did not see Kurenai in action.
That is true, but also Parfait being banned, one of the characters that is going to be played usually by the players from the red team. But now Zepera and also Victor is being picked onto the red team. I think this is a very interesting pick, especially fighting Proc. Having that vortex from Proc is very, very interesting as well. Being counterpicked by Zepera and also Victor. What do you think?
I'm saying, like, both of the champion, Proc and Zepeda, they excel in air combat. They have both of their skill can gain like such long range, despite being a melee character. A great knockback, and well, if Zepeda can time it right with his ult, Proc might be in some issue. But Proc having his ultimate ability to gather all of the player on the other side, it's a steal deal as well. We need to see more of it.
That is true, especially that frag container on from Victor having a lot of power behind it and also being able to support their teammates are actually pretty crazy too, right? Okay, now we see the
Definitely.
snow ban from the red team and also Timon being banned by the blue team. This is an interesting ban, and I think Timon is also a character with a lot of hyper armor, a lot of space, space manipulation because of how many AoE that she can throw out, especially with her clearance sail and also her my turn on the on her skill. So it does occupy a lot of spaces, especially in the Dominion map. But now we're seeing Wuchi. I think it's a very hot pick, especially on this Dominion tournament, right? Wuchi and also Cindy being picked.
Oh, we need to mention the fact that Uchi player here, they refuse to use the golden ability, which grants him the space for using consecutively 2 of his skill. We have to see how it plays out.
But now we see the Young pick, having that Dragon Majesty and also Dragon Descent being able to perform very well, usually in the Dominion point. And also now we're seeing on the second match of the night. How are you feeling tonight, Chris?
This is such a great time to be here. We have a solid flame on the first game. Now we're really seeing here both of the team are trying to engage into the battle right here. Now Dragon Descent is being Dragon first skill, Young first skill is being used right here, and the bomb has not been unleashed yet. But however, Zepeta is doing a fine job keeping the round alive. But the blue team managed to secure the color for their team and would not say with a kick, eliminating Young out of the equation right here. And the blue team are just securing the game as we see Zepeta trying to do his punches, but didn't give another Natsei. Disgusting performance from Wuchi. Dragon Descent landing only on one person right here. Proc back to back, keeping everyone alive, keeping the round alive for the blue team. Now Proc, Fortress, Vortex being used, getting to two players
nice
of the red team.
Wuchi. Whoa, that was a really crazy play we see from Lychee and also the Aura team over here. Popping off, having 3 scores over 0. That Proc having that double knock-up into the red team. We're now seeing the Victor being picked up again and the Nansei connecting into the body. Dragon's Majesty now making her rounds into the side, but no, the double Nansei just secures it all.
Wow, this is such
hype,
a
man.
quick game. Wow,
All right.
wow.
That was a crazy second game of the night. 4-0. That was very, very fast, especially seeing that, that a performance from the Wuchi being able to knock and toss around a lot of the players from the other team. And it has been very, very crazy on this night.
Yes, unfortunately, Victor with his Frankensteiner will give out a lot of support for his teammate. However, he does not have that mobility needed when especially Proc can just jump over all of it. And then once Victor is using his skill, Cindy can land some kicks on him as well.
That is true. Aura also, as I mentioned before, having that reputation from before, having a lot of pressure, I think, building up onto them, but now on to this night of the tournament, they're actually popping off. It was pretty hype.
Absolutely, and now I've not only just seen that Wuchi is playing it safe here with the rune of second wind. That explains why he doesn't take the golden ability, because he is so sure of his kick that once the skill has been used, there will be disaster.
That is true, man. Having that high damage output from the Nansei is actually pretty crazy as well. But now I think we can rotate out a bit from the player over here, so we can actually see on who our next match is.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit, we're live stream.
Yeah, man, tonight this is a very, very important day for the tournament, and I think we want everyone to have a blessed and enjoyable time for everyone, right? Because we know that as well on the Smash Legends scene is we rarely have these kind of tournament, and I think this is really, really interesting as well on the side of the community, banding together, making this event possible, having a lot of sponsors and also supports. I will thank you all again from the bottom of my heart. I thank you again, and this is really, really interesting on this match tonight.
Well, it's only been 2 games, and we have already seen so many skilled teams, especially with the Wuchi. Man, Wuchi in this tournament will be a monstrous disaster, especially with his Nansei, and then with combining with the skill that he can use his ultimate ability again once after elimination. Wow, 10 seconds of extraordinary skills and damages.
That is true. And I think for the night we are going to be on standby again until we can find the next match. So over here we're going to be right back. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Stay on this live stream so we can watch more entertaining and electrifying matches of the night. Okay. Okay, so for the next match, I think we're going to watch Warung Gumbuk versus the Ukun over here, and I think this will be a very, very interesting matchup, especially these two teams also have a history of, playing this game for a long time. We know the Valo clan especially have a long history, and also as we see in the room right now, Nadali as one of the players as well as being having a lot of reputation, at least on his name. So this is very, very interesting on this matchup tonight between the two teams. So what do you
Yep.
think, Chris, on the matchup tonight?
On the matchup tonight, we've already seen, wow, old school name, you feel me? Like Valo
Mm-hmm.
and Veth. These two clan has been rooted so long in Smash Legend.
Mm-hmm, that is true. They have a
Wow.
history of playing this game for a long time, and we're going to see on how they can perform, especially tonight. These matches will actually play out.
Well, we've already seen some famous name here for Eudaimonia and then Cinderella. I think they're all top chart currently in the ranking system.
Hmm. These players are also notorious for the rankings, right? On the leaderboards, we've seen their names popping up on the having a high reputation as well onto this match tonight. So this will be a very, very interesting match for tonight, especially two teams that is very strong meeting up. I think this top 32, so it's pretty early into the night, and it's pretty interesting that we actually get to see them perform.
Absolutely. My guess, we will be seeing a very fierce combat, back to back rotation of the overtime. Wow, I cannot wait for the game to start.
That is true. But now we're seeing on the team are actually now here ready to perform for this match tonight. And I think this will be very, very interesting. And I think it's gonna be okay, there we go. I think this is how the team should look like. Three Valo players versus two Veth and one Coma player. This is very, very interesting, right? On this match tonight. And I think on the banning system should be withheld or should be given to the Valo team because they are on the higher seed.
We are just waiting for the ban list right now. Let's see if there's any target ban.
This could be interesting, especially I think banning staple characters as we mentioned before, like Yang, Brick, Briar. They're very very dangerous characters, especially on this tournament. Having a lot of firepower behind one character can turn the tides of battle into the favor for one. So this is very very interesting. Okay, then we
Oh,
see a Wolfgang ban. That's very interesting. How are you feeling about this?
Wolfgang with high mobility, high damages. Well, it's a damage machine. It's a grinder. Like especially when his auto attack can gather multiple targets in one places and then finishes up with his ult. Amazing bite, drastic damage, and then be able to recover the health after using the ult as well. I say this is a good ban.
Mm-hmm. Especially, usually comboed by the trophy collector and also his rare ability, that Beast of Full Moon stacking on top of each other is just crazy, man. Those damage are piling up and it can deal all serious, serious wound into the players of this match. And I think there's a very interesting ban as well. Madame being banned. I think Madame Lettuce is also one of the characters that are usually used to counter tanks. And we actually see now that and Ali is actually being picked from the blue team.
Whoa! Well, obviously Ali with his open sesame and just disappear off the map and then appear out of nowhere, dishing out damage to probably everyone along his path.
That is
And
true,
unless,
comboed with his
yeah,
elusiveness as well. That throwing knife, man.
wow, we just gotta see this match is already so hype as soon as these players enter the room. You feel me?
But
Whoa,
now
we're
that
seeing the
Briar
chat
and
reaction.
Alice. Okay, this is very
Oh
interesting. On
my god.
Briar having that cozy nightmare and also that thorn wheel, being able to dish out a lot of damage. Is going to be a very very interesting matchup, especially with Ali here. Having those knives actually to fly around to your own teammates could be a very very it could be a death sentence to your own team. And Alice as well with the bunny black hole can actually just zoop up and actually just pull everyone into the team into the middle and cause a lot of damage, and it could be very very serious, especially if we see the red team is actually picking a character that can combo with Alice well. What do you think?
Well, I would say Briar it's an annoyance, but there are possibilities that we can counter them. For example, Molly can counter him. We have other character that can deal high damages like Jekyll. Like once he's stationary, Jekyll, Zepeta can just jump in and like grind his HP bar to absolute zero.
But now we're seeing, Goomy and Hook being banned. These two powerful marksmen are actually being target banned, especially Madam, right? I think Madam is technically semi-marksman, but she's kind of mage. You know how she goes.
Yeah. Oh, but the fact that Madame Lettuce with her laughing balloon ultimate ability just counter all the tanks, and then especially if you let it off at the right position, supposedly in the middle of the domination ring, just knock everyone out. And it is so glad that we can see some respect toward our marksmen, Gumi and Hook, being banned, so we can all know that the marksmen are not left out at all.
That is true. We haven't seen a lot of marksman action, especially tonight. This is the first time we're seeing the Robin pick, especially from the blue team over here. Robin being one of the characters that have high damage output with the Robin arrow, and also being very slippery with his ultimate that your last is very, very hard to punish as well. And I think banning the tanks are also very, very interesting because the Kaiser has been played as well. That heavenly body being countered by Madam and also Gumi and also Hook can be very, very troublesome, but we see now over here.
Oh, we have a respawn. We have a respawn from the red team to counter the pick of Kaiser and Robin is Rambert. What do you think about Rambert?
I think Rambert can do a lot of damage, especially being very slippery as well with his dead or alive ultimate, being able to just get out of a sticky situation and also do a lot of damage with his ram, and also the cluster shot that his shotgun can shoot out is pretty crazy actually.
Absolutely. Highest burst DPS in the game. Now, we just have to watch.
Oh, I think there's some
What?
technical issues over here from the blue
Yes.
team. Okay, so I think there will be a reset match from the blue team over here on what are
Yes.
the problems. I think they're lagging maybe? We don't really know what's. Yeah, I think the Kaiser is having some
Oh,
problems we see over here. So yeah, I guess we're going to
yes.
reset the match on the third match tonight. So this is a very interesting case.
This is well, first time we face some technical issue right here.
Mm-hmm. I think that's also fine, and we can actually, chill a bit and talk about the matchup specifically on how this can actually go. Because this is a very, very interesting case, Kaiser being able to, pop his ultimate, the Heavenly Body, and also, having Briar over there counters him, basically just makes Kaiser punch your own teammate, and it can actually be crazy. And how it's going to unfold, we're going to see at the reset. Now we're going to see on how the blue team can actually come back from this.
Yep. I don't know what happened with Kaiser, but oh, he DC. Well, we cannot blame him because we know how Smash Legend is. Like once it's working okay, next minute you're getting DC in the middle of the competitive match, and then they just get all of your elo gone because the game crashed.
That is true, having one of the advantages on this game is having a good connection, especially Smash Legends is a very sensitive game towards certain connections. But if you are able to actually go and uh play this game on a very very comfort level is very very nice. Especially this game is very competitive and also very casual at the same time.
Absolutely. We can. Wow, we had just got to thank 5 minutes again. What a game you guys have created, guys.
Thank you, 5 Min Live, also for sponsoring this tournament. Everyone that is participating into this tournament are getting rewards. So you guys are watching or not being able to play a lot of the matches. You guys are also receiving the rewards, and I think we can thank you, 5 Min Lab, as well for the support on this tournament, and everyone that has participated as well. We got 40 teams, man. That's a lot of players. 117 players registered, man. I'm very happy, especially for tonight. We're seeing a lot of teams actually showing up and showing off their power to, find their actually like prove everyone who's the best in Southeast Asia, right?
Definitely. We are here to claim the crown. We are here to prove that our team is the best. We are the one.
That is true. This is a very interesting setup as well for the whole tournament because I think SEA or Southeast Asia is a big region, right? We have a lot of countries. We can start from Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam. Even like some parts of Northeast Asia actually come part of the tournament, right? So I think this is a very very interesting setup, especially in this region, and I'm just happy that we're here to see it. But now I think the reset is gone through, and Natalie has joined in again. So now we're going to the match for real this time, and how we see on this match can unfold.
Absolutely. We are waiting. We're hungry for a good match. We've been going through two super hype games, and this is gonna be the third one.
This could be a very interesting matchup. We see here from the blue team and the red team playing their hearts out on this match, right? We see that the Robin being pushed around by the Thorn Wheel, but that Robin arrow being proven that it has the damage output of that it needed into that body of an Alice here. But now we see the open sesame being landed out over here, and Ali and the heavy punching machine from Kaiser being able to push out the red team over here.
We can see the position from Robin right here. It's just God work. And we see Robin charging up his first ability, trying to do some damage. It just eliminates.
Nice cover from the Ali. From the elusiveness, open sesame being opened up now, actually buying some more time for the Kaiser to ult now, being pushed around, but this Ali is doing God's work into this matchup. We see that punching machine connecting through the red team over here, and your last Robin being able to output a lot of damage into that Briar over there.
But the color has just changed. The red team somehow managed to get the domination round into their favor. Alice trying to do some damages right here, trying to do he has landed several solid landmines, and the blue team going for their reset at 2-1.
That is true. We're seeing again over here, that Kaiser and the Cozy Nightmare being counterplayed, but no, the Body Black Hole managed to get some players from the blue team, but now the red team is falling apart, and the score has been settled on 2-2 with the blue team, holding the domination point. But now we're seeing here that the Kaiser is very very low, even though he has the ultimate heavenly body. But no, that punch
machine landing
come through. Oh my god, this could be hype, bro.
Open Sesame, Ali doing God's work, dancing in the battlefield. Oh no, we just getting hot over here. As we can see, Kaiser is jumping on around the jumping pad right here, waiting to use his ult. Heavenly Body should be proc right now, as we just mentioned. Punching machine misses, but Fever Dream is casted out right here. Oh, Robin just doing absolutely amazing job of spacing and dishing damage. Rambert could not reach them at all. The cover from the blue team is just way too much. See, we can only see like Alice keep staying on the counting board, as now there's only one person left. Fever Nightmare being cast out, and immediately
that Cozy Nightmare being able to buy a little time, but no, I don't think that's enough for it, because Robin here being the MVP of the night on this matchup, dealing so much damage into that Briar. That was a crazy match, man. GG's for the blue team.
This is one of the few matches that we have seen to get to the 3-on-3 overtime.
This is one is
Unfortunately,
close.
yes, unfortunately, Alice didn't get on the domination ring on time. She tried to use the ultimate, but well, there are times, there are games. We will see they come again, and hopefully, this kind of tournament will stay around will stay around and come back very frequently.
That is true. Being able to fight one of the higher seeds of the tournament. That Valo team being able and having that reputation of being a pretty strong players from this region, and being able to put up a fight from the red team over there is very very interesting, especially from their picks having Briar actually being countered pretty efficiently tonight, and I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, we've been seeing the seeded team doing hell of a showcase. You feel me? Like Wuchi from the last game, and then now Robin dishing out damage, spacing, running across the battlefield, and then he has that ability where he well increase his ult gauge for 40%, but my goodness, 100% damage plus in his ultimate ability. No one can sustain that sort of damage.
That is true, but now we have the next match that we should be, commentating on. It is the Cult of the Lamb versus the Red Devil team. This is will be very, very interesting, especially these two teams have a history of being a very, very strong team as well. So I think this could be interesting. And I think Sabit, our assistant here, can you confirm it? Let me ask you again. Okay, so I think while we wait for the matches, I think we can chat a little bit, Chris, on the tournament tonight. We have seen a couple of matches that we have already casted. What do you think on the performance of these players tonight? Or like, are there any plays maybe that, inspires you or motivates you to, play better at Smash Legends? What do you think?
Oh, obviously. Most of the time, especially after the last two patch, we can no longer three stack in competitive mode anymore. So so now being able to witness a pro team trying to organize their demonstration on the field, I can say that they do so much work upon each other. As we can see from the last game, as soon as Kaiser getting damaged, Robin is there. As soon as Ali getting damaged, Kaiser is there. Robin is just dancing around and causing annoyance, making people targeting him, and then Robin immediately respond saying that, no, you're not touching my boy.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Having Kaiser's punching machine being very, very effective, but also, almost being countered by the Cozy Nightmare over there could be problematic. But no, the Robin on the back keeps on giving to the Kaiser. He said, "Hey, man, don't be scared about that bar over there. We got your back." And that Robin delivers, man. The on point from that Robin's arrow, as well as that last uh his ultimate is actually pretty crazy, being able to dish out massive damage into the Briar, countering her cozy nightmare. It's a very very interesting matchup tonight.
Absolutely. And for all the watchers, all the viewers right now on YouTube, bro, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, bro, guys. We will
That
have
is
this
true.
opportunity again if we have that likes.
That is true. There's a lot of people actually watching right now. I am very grateful for everyone. Just supporting us by only watching the tournament is already enough for us, especially, being able to actually play as well and participate as well is also very, very, a hard thing to do because this is a very high caliber tournament of the night. We see a lot of teams that have a lot of history. We've seen Aura plays out. We have seen Valo plays out. This is very, very, hard hitting teams that we have here, man.
Oh, we're having something here cooking. This next match might be it. This next match might be the early semifinals of the game, in my opinion. What do you
Hmm.
think?
And yeah, I guess we have red team now, right? The one of the popular clans that we have in the SCA region, and also KG666, the guy that actually sponsored this tournament. So this is very, very interesting tonight on who is actually playing on, on the gas pedal tonight.
Absolutely. Oh my God, we're seeing 666. These cult of the Lamb. We have seen them dominating the competitive games in for so long, and also Red, a very reserved clan with extreme skill.
Okay, so now we're seeing on the matchup here, the matchup between Cult of the Lamb and Red Hot Kitties. I think this is two of the strong teams that we have of the night as well. But now we're going to give the blue team uh on the tonight, right? Because
Oh,
having the higher seed.
yeah, absolutely. Like these two teams have been so familiar with each other. We've already seen the target man start right off the bat.
But I
A
think these
ducky
players are a
ban.
bit confused, right? Let me straight them up to them because having the ability to oh, they're already dead on the previous stream. Okay, okay. Continue then. I think you can continue that. Okay. Okay, okay. I think the first pick from Wuchi, we've seen Wuchi being able to dish out a lot of damage with Nansei. Very popular pick, especially in this tournament, right? You've seen as well at how the performance from the Wuchi that we've seen tonight is actually phenomenal, man. Being able to push up a lot of damage, massive damage, being MVPs of their teams are pretty hard job to do, especially in a tournament in this high caliber.
Absolutely, and maybe Bud, my man, you need to put some restraint on these boys. Like they are not following the rules right now.
It's fine. It's fine. I think they are already doing the draft picks from the room before, so I think we can move on to the. I think these are also, they've already done the draft pick, so I think we are going to see all the draft pick right now being picked. Timon and also Narsha, two of the characters that are very annoying, especially in this Dominion meta, right? Narsha being able to fly around with the whirlwind, and also her bomb of justice being able to put out a lot of damage while escaping from a sticky situation. Not to mention Timon with the clearance sale is also really crazy.
Absolutely, we have already seen two high value pick from the red team. Both of that character can buy us a lot of time, has that potential to turn around the whole game, if not just the point itself.
That is true, but now we're seeing that, Wuchi, don't count Wuchi out because we've seen Wuchi being able to perform really, really well. But no, the Jacko band and also the Rapunzel band, this is a very interesting setup that both of the teams has. Ducky, Ali, Jacko, Rapunzel, those are some crazy picks too, man. Rapunzel with her second grave, Ducky with the wing beat, Ali with the open sesame, Jacko with with his surprise, are all banned from this match tonight.
Those are all high damage ability, especially the fact that, wow, they can sustain in the domination round, they can deal damage in the domination round. My God, these players, these character needs to go. And now we have resort into our old and friendly Briar in the neighborhood.
That is true. Briar being one of the staple picks. I think Briar and Wuchi are very popular picks. We've seen, a lot of teams picking Briar and Wuchi up as well. I think, they're easy to pick up characters as well, but I think Wuchi have a lot of skill ceiling. And Briar also needs to time her ult, right? Because if Cozy Nightmare misses, then we see how it performs, right? Robin, as from the game before, can just pierce through with his Robin arrow, dealing massive amounts of damage into the Briar. But now we're seeing here, regular picks from the team. And yeah, we see the Robin actually being picked from the blue team.
It's an interesting pick because we all know when Robin doing his auto attack, there will be a slight delay after he cancelled it. And Narsha with Narsha roaming up in the air, scanning the whole map. Wow, we just got to see how Robin deals out with all this Oh my god! And now we're seeing Daddy Javert. Daddy
Oh,
Javert
this is an
is in the play.
interesting match. All right, Jabber is a really, really interesting, character. We haven't seen anyone actually pick Jabber for the night. This is the first time we can see, some kicks and also some daggers being thrown by this old fella over here.
And now we just gotta know, because this is once again a super hype matchup. Cult of the Lamb against the Red Devil. Now we're seeing KJ trying to grab the ball but failed. Robin is the first one to enter the battlefield, and now T-Moon has already landed his minefield right now. But oh my god, Daddy Jarver combining with Narsha. Why there's only 2 players of the blue team on the field?
I think somebody is having a trouble, but now the team is actually recuperating over here. But being able to hold that much, a long time to actually hold off the red team to get that point. The first point is being held in the 3 minutes now. Cozy Nightmare being put down, but now we're seeing that Jabbert being able to kick and the Robin arrow. Ooh, that stings into the Jabbert's body, man. But now we see over here Wuchi, the Nansei ready, and also the Robin being able to pick up another kill. And this is a crazy matchup, man. The minute point keeps changing colors.
Clearance sales has been used. Oh my god, first kill, T-Moon landed, and the Fever Nightmare is there. Maybe Narsha can do something. Oh no, but the Cobbler has changed into the favor of the blue team. And now Narsha, with just only 70 HP left, trying to dive in, going for the reset. T-Moon immediately going in. Oh, Robin with the spacing. We cannot have enough of Robin player. Clearance sales being pushed out. Daddy trying to do some damage. Wuchi. Oh, Narsha just put out Wushi across the map, and then the color has changed into the favor of the red team.
This is very interesting, man. The scores right now are still 1-1. The scores keeps changing and alternating between these two teams. But now we're seeing that Briar with the ultimate Cozy Nightmare being able to take down that Narsha over here, and the Robin actually managing to escape that sticky situation with double smash from the Briar.
Unfortunately, the clearance sale was not enough to counter Briar Thorn of Wills in super armor state. Now that we can see that Robin is having a lot of space to dance around. As we just mentioned, he uses his ult strength to dodge Jarver dagger, Narsha dancing up in the air, Wuchi grabbing on Narsha using his Nansei. No, it's getting caught. Fever Dream being passed out again. Thorn of Wills in super armor power state. Jarver trying to do a miracle right here.
Javert over here not able to. Oh, but the Anselma over here with the team will actually manage to tag in for the match to survive. Now we see again Narsha over here trying to fly, and the clearance sale being popped up into the Cozy Nightmare from Briar. Hyper Armor versus Hyper Armor, but now we're seeing Javert here being able to push on the blue team. This is very, very intense situation over here. That Nansei connecting into the player from the blue team, but now they're still hungry. They want more blood.
Oh, we can smell blood in the water as Narsha just diving in for Robin. Robin trying to find himself some space right here as Thorn of Will being used, Fever Dream being cast out. Oh, Daddy Jarver, but getting countered by Clearance Cell. In that play right now, Thorn of Will in super armor state. Will we see enough?
That kick from Javert being countered by the by the Wuchi, but now we're seeing that Cozy Nightmare being popped over here. Is it going to be enough? But I don't think it will. That red team secures the point tonight on this matchup, and the Javert being the MVP. That was very, very interesting, man, from the Red Devils.
We almost thought that the blue team had it in their back, but then Jarvet just came in, and then Narsha came in. The Team Moon clearance sale just buys up a lot of time in the domination ring. What a game. Congratulations to both teams. You guys demonstrate hell of a fight.
That is true, especially when we see the blue team. I think they're having like a bit of technical issue with actually trying to claw their way back in and almost winning the match. That was very, very crazy from them. That was a hell of a performance by them, right?
Absolutely amazing. Honestly, this is like 49 to 51. Maybe 50-50, but it's not 50-50.
That is true. That small margin of error, but we see that a showing from these two teams being able to perform very very well, especially when they're having a lot of troubles and technical issues. Being able to troubleshoot it very very early on into the game, we see that the blue team actually managed to be on the driver's seat for quite a while until the red team actually starts getting hungry for that point. I mean, we keep seeing the point keeps changing colors, man.
Yeah, it's such a demonstration, guys. Like, despite, as you mentioned, despite having technical issue, blue team did hell of a job.
Mm-hmm. And I think the matches will be played later again. We're going to see a couple of uh hold up. The matches that's going to be played by the other teams are also going to be streamed again, because we see there's a lot of matches that we can watch. A lot of the teams are also already in the top 16 right now, so this is very very interesting matchup over here. So, I mean, from
Pinaburi.
all of the team from the bracket, which one do you think is like the most interesting to you?
Wow, wow, whoa! That's a long pick for me. I personally can never get to this level of demonstration in Smash Legend, and I have to say, the comeback from Red Devil or the zoning of Aura, or supposedly Mythical Zoan was doing so well up in the bracket as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, the Red Devil, with the combination and the communication in their team, has it.
That is true. We've seen, I think, a lot of surprise picks of the night actually popping off as well. We see the Ali actually winning the matches. We see Javert winning some matches. This is a very interesting case, especially we see that Javert and Robin being able to, being able to face and actually perform very well. I was very surprised, especially on this tournament tonight, man. A lot of players are actually showing their teeth, baring their fangs on what they can actually do and perform at the highest level.
Oh yeah.
That's oh yeah, welcome back, my man.
That is true. We have Okumi now on board, and I think I will be signing off. And Okumi, you can take the wheel, man, with Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. Send me that team code.
How do we send it again? Oh, here.
The Discord.
Oh, Okumi trying to sneak into some of the matches, despite being in America. I'm like, man, we knew Japs a few years ago, man. You think we ain't gonna drop a bomb in this league again?
Absolutely not. By the way, chat, my name is Okumi. I am leader of EN1 in North America. So I got asked to actually do some shoutcasting, and I'm so excited to do so. Okay.
Oh, you miss out some of the very tense last match was absolute fire. We went to absolute timeout of the overtime.
No ways. Oh. Let me put ignore team participation. Please kick out Doofenshmirtz. I'm very excited to see each team. The thing about Southeast Asia server is that you guys have so many surprises. You guys play so differently compared to all the other servers. Now I'm really, really interested to see on everyone's different play styles. I did see when we were doing the practice matches and running the shoutcasting, I did see the Red Clan, which is just a bunch of old goats. So now I want to see what this new generation brings.
Absolutely.
As we're just looking now, it seems like a lot of people are just going to be straight up running unyielding. As we know, it is the most strongest defensive rune right now.
Unyielding.
Yeah, unyielding is absolutely insane. 5-minute labs, please nerf if you are watching. So a huge
Yes.
thing with unyielding is the immortal. Being immortal for 0.67 seconds is absolutely criminal. You need to space out your attacks in order to actually get the kill, or let their unyielding be so they can go ahead and charge up for you to have the opportunity to kill them again. Being
Such
immortal.
a small fraction of time can impact so much in the game.
Brother, that Gumi right there could have 3 stacks. Go ahead and ult, right? And the dude still lives!
It's insane, bro. Wow.
Yeah, Didi,
But
it
we
is
have
me. It is me. I got the chat on the side. Yes, Didi, it is me. How are you, Didi?
Well, the matter of fact that Gumi being nerfed a few patch back recently, but still showing up in the draft pick, and previously we have seen a lot of Gumi ban, shows that she is still in the meta, she's still in the play. She is the damage machine that everybody fear and respected.
Oh, she is. She is really,
And
really
now-
strong. I don't know about the gold skill, though. I think the gold skill is a little outdated nowadays. At least from my server, people are playing without it.
Yeah, like with the auto attack landed, and then you can reset your ability. Whoa, and then movement speed buff as well. I'm saying golden ability gets you that, well, sustainability, but it's not enough when everyone is chasing you.
No, it is not. It is not. Without gold skill, if you land 2 auto attacks into an ult, you will be able to get half of your. Oh my gosh.
And now we're seeing our first ban in the night is being Jackal, the damage machine, with his disco disc.
That's an amazing ban. That's an amazing ban.
Yeah. And in order to reply that, we have Yong Yong.
Woo-hoo! I am a young advocate. Look at this man being completely smart. That is my build. The sudden X-Thor coming
This
out.
is the
I
way.
don't know about the Grace. What do you think about the Grace? You need the speed. He has the skill beep beep with the 20% movement acceleration. Why does he not add the 100%?
Absolutely, you go for straight gas. That's how you play Yong Yong.
Wow.
Maybe he's trying to do some covering damage, some shielding for his teammate. But, well, we just got to see. I have to agree with you. Phase shift on Yong Yong, my god. He is a speedster once he combined all those ability.
Is the speed demon. Boom, boom. Oh, wow. We see the wolf locked in. We see the Madam Lettuce locked in. Holy moly macaronis. This is going to be an exciting match. What do you think about Madam Lettuce?
Madam Lettuce is tank destroyer. So no matter where you go, the laughing balloon is gonna chase you down until the end of Earth.
Don't you think Young counters it with his roll?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, she started
Oh.
counterpicking herself. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I
So we're
forgot
gonna really
about
see-
it.
Dude, Smash Legends is awesome. I'll be honest with you, I do not like Trophy Collector. I'm not a fan after the nerf. It takes too long.
Takes way too long, and the bonus and the perk is just not there. Like, you need sustainability, and now like everybody has sustainability. That damage
Yes.
needs to apply instantly and stack on top of each other teammate as well.
They do. They do. Now, what's taking so long for them to pick?
Oh, they're still doing the banning. So Robin is out of the equation. Who picked
Okay.
two? Oh, Briar is also out of the equation. Well, we have seen some showcase of the previous matches that Briar is in the play, but it's not enough because, well, once you get into this sort of level platform, Briar is just a moving brick wall, and you just pick it up, throw it away, and then gone. The whole ring is yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. Are we going to see a ducky? We see a ducky being locked in. Absolutely amazing. We see the mighty Maya. All right, so right now we're seeing. I think we're gonna see like 3 unyieldings. Young could possibly run unyielding. Oh, we see the counter for Young and Maya on that Alice. Alice will be able to control a lot of the point with her mines. It's gonna be very, very hard for Maya to go ahead and stun and Young to go ahead and roll. And here we go into the game.
Let's go! First match with Okumi! Wow.
Let's see what the blue
And
team
now-
actually has to bring.
Definitely, they got the speed, they got the armor, they got the health pack.
Do we have an AFK here? Oh no, not in the tournament. You need to be alive. There we go, Young with the roll there. And blue team goes ahead and grabs a point.
But we already see a laughing balloon being tossed out immediately, and oh no, it doesn't just get it gets the ducky mid-air!
Look at this Young absolutely
black hole
rolling.
being
1-0
used.
from Alice. Oh,
Another
can they
laughing
actually burst
balloon.
through the unyielding? Saves the Maya.
But the color is still in the favor of the blue team though. But the Alice landing that main landmine right here, it's just clutch. But, whoa, it is
No unyieldings right now.
extraordinary.
Everyone use their unyieldings.
There's
Nice
just some left
execution for
ducky
the
trying to
Wolves.
sustain into the game.
Here we go. Mine comes out.
That-
Young rolling absolutely around the mine. Still gets hit. Nice Maya stun. Here we go. Young ult happen. There we go. They go ahead and charge the Madam Lettuce ult. She is spamming. She is spamming. She is spamming. Alice ult comes out. Ducky goes in. Hits him. She has bomb. Super transformation.
And the recover from the Warwick is just, from the Wolfgang is just not there. It doesn't deliver it much. Young dashing in for the Madam Lettuce. The stun misses, and the Wolfgang is only 800 health left, but can he nails it? Both Maya and Ducky are dancing into the dance floor right now. G-Force being used, pushing out Hui. A laughing balloon being pushed out again, but here comes Young. He's hungry.
Ooh, beautiful auto attack coming by Young. But Alice ult! Oh no, the stuns are happening. Can Maya save the day with only 600 HP? But that ult completely misses. Young is still rolling. Stops the Madam Lettuce ult like we were just talking about before. There's a mine there. They're going around the mine. Oh, what? Young to end the game. Blue team takes it.
Wow. We have not witnessed a swan into an armadillo and a fucking hobbit in the game, and they won the game, bro.
It is absolutely beautiful to see. Well played by both teams there, playing their exact roles, playing the counter, playing around the Alice mines. These people are playing around the Alice mines. Beautiful ult by Young. I highly agree. Peekaboo is super OP. He basically has my build as #1 Young in North America. It is absolutely insane. He just needs the Swift, but it seems like the Grace is working for him for extra survivability.
Yes, absolutely. As we can see that one of the team member, Maya, was actually caught into the Madame Laughing Balloon, and then Young was just there putting on graces, landing blesses, and then Maya stays in the ground with only 600 HP left.
Landing blessings indeed.
Wow, what a game, boys. What a game. Both teams, they're done amazing.
Wow. Absolutely wow. That was
Wow.
such an intense game.
Absolutely. Only if Madame didn't spam that laughing balloon, well, and then both of them just go and chase Maya, it would have been so different.
The laughing balloon really put in a good amount of work, but with the 2 super armors on tank, they just played it so well. It just stopped them. They just said, "Nope, sorry, try again." And let me tell you,
They just do the drive-through, you know?
They were doing the drive-through. Literally, absolutely insane. Love to see it. And it's very interesting to see that these players aren't even playing like their top legends. They just pick what they want in the team comp. You can go ahead and look at these individual players' profiles, and I was like, bro, you don't play Young. Bro, you don't play Maya. Dude, you don't play Ducky. I was sadly mistaken.
It's I just gotta say, like, once you get into this level, it's so respectable for all the players to fill in the shoes that is needed on the battlefield. They are professional in
Mm,
every way, in every champion, and they whenever their team needed something, they have it.
Yeah, that is. They do have it. That was so interesting. I'm really curious to see on the picks and comps. Maya is very well played in Southeast Asia, I have to say. But I don't agree with the can't stop, won't stop still. I still think the damage output is better, especially if we're using Furious Strike. I do agree with the Furious Strike pick, though. The Furious Strike is absolutely so strong. Maya having one of the most highest HPs in the game. So when she receives 20% and stores that damage, she does more damage compared to other people running Furious Strike.
Yes, and that one thing that is broken about Maya is that once she enter her acceleration state, she can basically skip on the platform smoothly, while other champion they gotta jump.
Yes, that's have been not a recent month, but probably in the past year they did that because before Maya was stuck, she couldn't go up the stairs. Same thing with Don Quixote. Recent update from 5-Man Labs about 3-4 months ago, in which she could finally go up the stairs, go up the Zapata platforms, etc. It wasn't always like that. It's been a hard life. It's been a really, really hard life for us Vanguard mains.
Wow,
Until
it's
now.
amazing. Absolutely, I would say with the recent patch, Vanguard has been on the rise.
Oh, I absolutely agree. You could even see it in the top players, top 100s and legendaries nowadays, what they're running. Ooh, do you have the bracket? Can we get the team names?
Yes, I would send the link into the chat again. Here you go. We have the picture of the bracket just right above, but you can follow it on the link right here to see which team are we live right now. Wait, what is this team though? Oh, red against Aura. Guys, I'm gonna dip for about a minute. Just gotta take just gotta do some private stuff. I'll be right back. It's amazing, Okumi. You have been the GOAT in streaming, casting.
okay, now I will substitute again for Chris over here. And now, on this match tonight, Okumi, how are you feeling, man, for these matches? Full to Moon and Aura over here. Or maybe on the match tonight we see again and again on the this is also an interesting matchup. Full to the Moon or Full to Moon actually is one of the higher seed teams, and facing Aura, also one of the higher seed teams. That these teams have a lot of history, especially these decorated players are being in this room right now, and we're just waiting for a bit for our team to fill up right now. And it's just been absolutely electrifying, absolutely amazing, and it has been a blast to play on this, and cast on this tournament tonight. I think this is a very, very interesting matchup between these two teams, being very, very strong teams that we know that have the power to actually do a lot of in performing, and it has been very, very non-stagnant as well. I think every team that we've streamed thus far actually performed very, very well, and this is very, very interesting on the matchup right now. But we have full to Moon right now on this matchup tonight, and we're going to start on the draft pick phase on for to the night, right? And I think blue team can actually start banning one character for this matchup. I think this is a very interesting matchup as we know Aura have that, Kurenai player from Leichi and also, Jimoe and Iamot also very, very decorated players. But the Narsha ban is coming through from the blue team. I think it's also really interesting, Narsha, being able to fly around in the Dominion point and having a lot of presence. But now the Duckies being banned and the first pick goes to the blue team over here. What are they picking? I am very, very interested on what could
The
have
Marina
been.
comes out. The Narsha is
Mhm.
actually a really intelligent band, especially if the blue team is specializing on vanguards, as we see. Because unfortunately, none of the vanguards could really touch her in the air, and she sort of has free reign, right? So that was a very intelligent ban going in by the blue team. And let me tell you something, you're absolutely correct about the strength of these players. All of them with at least a 75% win rate, generally on their profiles, or a super, super strong clan. And as well as Full to the Moon has been nothing but absolute domination, climbing up into this higher winners bracket.
Mm-hmm.
We see
That
the
is true.
Wuchi comes out.
Yeah, man, you're
Wuchi!
hyped for this Wuchi play on
Wuchi!
tonight, right? That Nansei from Wuchi being able to dish out a lot of damage, but also be accompanied by Nui, having that high movement speed for the Wuchi inside the Dominion point is actually pretty crazy, man. Being able to support your own teammate and give movement speed is very, very crazy. But now the Kurenai is being banned.
What in the world? They're scared of the Kurenai. Let me tell you
Mhm.
something. I would be too. A good Kurenai is absolutely devastating. So now
I do
we
agree.
see the Wuchi doesn't have any unyielding though. That
Yeah,
is
that
going
is
to put
true.
him at extreme disadvantage. When I say
Having that
extreme,
survivability is key, though.
absolutely. Unfortunately, 5-man labs, you need to make it easier for us to get more enchants because I feel really bad for this Wuchi right now. But he could show us up in some skill, some true skill to overcome this.
I mean, I think in my opinion, I think the Wuchi actually have the unyielding because we know that he has level 9 stones or enhancement over here. I think he just actually prefers using that instead of the unyielding. That's very interesting, actually. And also, that Kurenai that we know from our team is also performing very well. We know, I think it's the most, not the most, I think one of the more prominent players of Kurenai in the Southeast Asia region. So this is a very interesting draft pick over here.
I think Final to the Moon might have actually won the picks. They're going for straight push comp. I like the push comps. The push comp is how you play Dominion. You play two characters that can strongly hold. Briar with the sudden X-Store. I'm brain farting. Marino with the sudden X-Store, and as well the Wukong with the jump skill. Absolutely going to devastate and push them off. Nui's just going to be a sitting duck. Now we see the Zapeta counter for the Briar. We're going to see Super Mega Fist.
That is true. Briar using that cozy nightmare ultimate, being able to get countered by Zapeta here with her maximum output can actually pose a threat to the blue team over here. But we're now seeing from this match two of the most prominent teams on the SLSEA region actually clashing it and duking it out on this match tonight. This is very interesting, man.
Wow, beautiful bombs coming out. They're boxing him out. Red team is boxing him out so strong here. Full to the Moon can do anything right here. There you go with the Wuchi. Unyieldings are getting popped. Briar goes ahead and skill. Does the ult come out?
Whoa, look at that expand from Wukong. Managed to hit that Nui outside of the Rage Ant. But no, the blue team actually managed to secure the point. That Marina special, that phase shift actually pushing the red team away. And Nui right here with her Ray of Sunshine actually can do a lot of damage into the blue team right now.
Yeah, Rex, like I tell you, the punch comes out. Not even the Nui skill goes ahead and stops it. Wow, you could just drop the Nui skill on the Briar ult and take him out. But like I said, the Thorn Wheel comes in. Super armor. He's not stopping. He can't stop. Won't stop. Absolutely holding the point. 3v1. He's holding the point. That is absolutely insane. You don't have to kill with the push comps. That's what makes this so powerful for Team Full to the Moon. They
That
have
is
the
true, man.
push
Look at the
pop doing
shield
the
from the
kill.
Briar, but now Wuchi actually activated the Nazi, but the miss! And the Cozy Nightmare managed to get a lot of players from the red team right now. It's going to be very dicey for Marina to, defend this alone. And now we see that she has been knocked out. And the point actually goes to the red team right now with 3-0 though. That Wukong already expand on top of the map right there. Did you see that Wuchi
What
with the
the
Nazi managed to hit 2 players from the blue team?
Oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. The Petapetch comes in. Bye-bye, Briar. Now they're
This
stuck
is very interesting,
2v3.
man.
Wuchi is going in, doing his thing right now. There comes the ult from Wukong. Pinwheel comes from Briar. The ult comes from Nui. They're healing. Sudden experts are out. They're low. It's 3-3.
This is very tight, man. These teams, oh, that Wukong managed to get snuffed out with his expand over there, but now the Thorn Wheel is rolling once again on the dominant point, and the sun shall rise, hitting to the Briar, but no, Marina Special being able to land with that, a lot of massive damage into the red team right now. That Zepeda still wants some more blood, but no, getting knocked out by the blue team over here.
Wow, beautiful recapture by Full to the Moon. Can Aura catch this back? I don't know, but 2 ults are there. Wuchi goes ahead and grabs the Wukong. Beautiful skill by Marina. Is he gonna punch? No, Briar sees a beautiful opportunity to deal. He's trying to find an opportunity. Wuchi keeping him out. Beautiful ult by Wukong, pushing out the Zepeda. Ulti comes out. Whoa, all the ults are coming out.
Oh my god, that Marina Special being able to knock so many players, but then Wuchi being able to dunk that Marina! This could be it for the blue team, but no, they're still hungry. That Thorn Wheel coming in through again and again. That Wuchi though with the Nazi hitting through the Briar's body. Now Wukong in the middle of the battle right now, trying to push out that Nui's ult with the Sunshine Rise. 15 seconds left. What do you think of this?
Oh, but the ult comes out there. Anything can happen with this wheel coming out. Unyieldings are breaking out. No one can die. Is the push gonna come? Oh no. No way. There's no way they're gonna be able to take this back. They're doing it with the ult. With the ult.
Oh my god! That was such a
What
good
a
hold from
clutch.
Nui.
What a clutch. MVP well deserved. MVP
That-
well deserved, am I not? Oh my gosh, what an absolutely close game. Complete devastation to the Moon. Almost getting that back, but Aurora coming in clutch, showing their strength.
That is true, man. And congratulations to Aura. Actually managed to claw their way onto the top 8 for this tournament. That is very, very impressive. Especially, facing that push comp that we already told you guys that is very, very effective, especially in this meta. But no, that Nui on that last moment being able to ult with that Sunshot Rise and buying a little more time, that was very crucial, man. That was crazy close from the red team over there.
Man, I just wish I could see another game.
Yeah, I think we
wish I
still
could-
have some matches that we can actually watch. I think we're also still casting some of the lower brackets as well.
No,
we've
No,
gone
like
through the winners bracket.
I'll be very interested to see like in a game of like a best of 3. What Full
That
and the
is
Moon
true.
will be able to do to counter. That was really, really intense. Really,
that is true.
really close.
Best
I
of
actually
threes will
thought Full
take
to the
place
Moon was gonna
later.
win.
Me too, man. They are very notorious for their lineups with the heavy tanks, 2 to 3 Vanguard comps. They are very, very hard to remove, especially on the Dominion point. But as I mentioned before, the best of threes are going to start on the top 8 because we're still on the pools. That was the top 16, and that is why we only managed to show best of ones. But for Aura that managed to get into the top 8, congratulations to them. They're going to play a lot more matches on the best of threes. So this will be a very, very interesting.
Yeah, in the losers bracket is gonna have a best of 3.
Yes, losers bracket as well. On the top 8, every top 8 is going to be best of 3 until the grand finals and the bronze medal match. It's going to be best of 5.
Okay, awesome. You hear that, chat?
You guys that want more battles, you can get it. Every single match here are also very, very hyped. We've seen how many teams perform very well tonight, and they're showing so much in this tournament, and I think I really like that, man. Seeing a lot of players actually doing their best on to defend their title and actually claim the crown to be the best on Southeast Asia, and this is very interesting in my opinion.
Oh yeah, and these people have a lot on the line. It's a lot of bragging rights. They're running their clan. Oh, I have a huge respect for clans that actually enter tournaments with their clans.
That is
That
true.
speaks volumes. That speaks leadership. That speaks true camaraderie. Now, full to the moon, you have an absolutely new fan. I am your fan. I'm not gonna lie. I love the Vanguard picks. The fact that
Uh-huh.
Aura came on top really hurt my soul. Sorry, Aura, but I'm a biased individual when it comes to when it comes to my Vanguards. Now let me tell you, yeah, Southeast Asia is showing up. Very, very scary. And I didn't know about the top teams, me coming from NA. And seeing your team comp, seeing very how meticulous you are, how methodical you guys are in your picks and bans is a very beautiful thing. You, obviously, the top players know the other top players.
That is true. A lot of the top players, at least while the rank system on the highest ranks are not available for three people on queue, but usually the custom matches that happens like almost daily on this SEA region is very very often. We can see that a lot of players clash through and through the night, and now we're seeing actually how they perform on the big stage, especially with a prize pool of $1,000 on the line. And thank you all as well for the support that has sponsored us, especially 5 Min Lab, Ferzal, Metacurve, and many more that has actually supported us. And everyone that participated as well, man. I can't thank you enough to actually hype this tournament up.
Yeah, Virgil and Metacurb are just saints, literally. In the SL community, they sponsor all our tournaments. And
Mm-hmm.
all our tournaments wouldn't be as fantastic as they are right now without them. So thank you so much to give these players, that opportunity to get a little cash, to have that
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to take their families out and say, "Hey, what? I want to Smash Legends tournament."
That is true. Especially, being able to be also recognized by 5 Min Lab is also a real honor for them to actually support on this tournament as well. So I thank you, everyone that has supported, especially the ones that sponsored it as well, to actually, play on this big stage and show everyone who's actually the best in the Southeast Asia region.
We need to update the stream. It's only showing the screen right now.
hmm I think the draft pick has already been uh, done as well from the previous room. Let me see.
Metacurve said he will do more tournaments in the future. By the way, every region is really available to come in. Make sure you have VPNs, especially if you're not in North America.
Oh, thank you very much for the support. I can't thank you enough, man. I mean, having a lot of people actually coming in into this tournament, it's just very very nice of you to just be here as well. I can't appreciate enough. But now we are going to focus on the draft pick for this match. We have Chukiman over here versus Draco Waves. This is very interesting. Draco Waves is the red team, and Chukiman being on the blue team. This is very very interesting.
What does Cookie Man mean?
Uh, Honestly, I don't really know. I think there's just something on their on their end, maybe on their clan. I think they're all also in the same clan with having that cookie on that last name. I don't really know, man. I think that's kind of a day thing.
Well, like I said, I'm happy. I am extremely happy to see a whole clan play together. You don't see that often, true unity happening. Let's see the power of friendship could work how they did for Aurora for Kukimon.
That is true, but
Van
now we
Molly came
see
out. What's
Mal-
What's Dulu? What's Dulu?
Dulu.
Yeah.
I think that's sorry. I think what I mean is that Bandulu is like for a like you need to do it first, like before, like ban before picking, basically.
Oh, interesting. Now I'm learning a new language.
That is true. And I think the Molly ban is very very interesting, and we're going to see what are the red team is banning on the match right now. I think Pinocchio being chosen with Briar, Alice, and also Cindy is very very interesting.
Yeah, the Alice could easily stop the Pinocchio ult, but the blue team banned the Molly because Molly goes really well into Pinocchio, goes really well into Briar. Briar won't be able to use her false dream skill when she actually use her pinwheel. That leaves that actual dust. Molly could just ult through that. So that was a really good ban. We also see the Cindy come out. Cindy, I mean, with the sudden X store and with the gold ability, Deep Strike, as well as the healing, will be absolutely insane. She'll be able to recover all her HP, but with this push comp, it doesn't matter how much HP you can recover. Yeah, you could be in the game, but they're just gonna push you out.
But Jacko over here being picked right now can actually counter this push comp, because push comps are usually like tanky, slow characters, but actually this is a very interesting lineup that we have from both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't agree with the Jacko trophy collector. What do you think? I think Sudden X-Star is way better for him to have the survivability to go ahead and burst the Briar and burst the Pinocchio with their ults.
But I think Alice, with that bunny black hole can actually, give a lot of opportunities maybe for this Jacko to actually pop off. We don't really know, but as well, having Briar and also Pinocchio being characters that are very heavy and very hard to remove, especially from the battlefield, especially Pinocchio with that also Lemio with his ult. But no, we've seen that Trophy Collector collecting one kill over here.
Already gone, and Yielding's pop
Another
goes
one.
straight to the red team. Wow, Cindy goes in.
Okay, GCI actually here showing how to play Jacko, especially against this, this comp that is very, very tanky. But now we see the Cinderella dive. Oh, that was a shame from the Bunny Black Hole. Misses the target, but now we see the Cozy Nightmare being able to hit the red team. Now also Lemio and the Cinderella dive not being able to, maintain that point, and the point goes to the blue team for now.
Oh, wow, here we go. The blue team actually is able to do a capture here, but the way the red team absolutely dominated the first 2 points, they could easily be able to come. Alex Mines comes in. Can Pinocchio get his sudden next door? A lot of pressure from the Jacko. Ooh, double ults coming in from the Cindy. Pinocchio said absolutely not, but they said bye-bye, Pinocchio. With the Briar ult come out, they need to heal here. No, they get absolutely bursted. Jacko gets another. What a reset. Absolutely intelligent reset coming in from Jisha.
That is true. Jacko with the Trophy Collector actually showing up tonight, having a lot of those skills on the stack as well. Jisha being able to pilot the Jacko with the surprise. But no! The second grave from the Rapunzel managed to connect into 2 players of the red team now. Alice being alone, being low. This is very, very hard for the red team to come back from this, but 3-2 scores, this could be it, man.
Yeah, right now we have ults going on for Bar. Absolutely pops it out. Bunny comes out from Alice. There we go. Okay, Jackal comes in, but at the same time, this ult gets stopped from Pinocchio.
Second grave hitting into the Jacko right now. Blue team still on the driver's seat. That Cinderella dive, but oh my god, look at that Cozy Nightmare from Briar. Managed to snuff out a little bit extra time for the blue team to recuperate, but now Merce alone over here on the point, and also Cindy now on here helping his teammate on this point right now. This is very, very intense for both teams. Cozy Nightmare being popped out, but now Jacko being in a low range right now. Oh my god, this is intense.
Absolutely amazing. The game is over. Wow, what a showing. What a showing. What an absolute showing. They came in so strong. They, as in Draco Waves, came in so strong. You were looking like they were going to win the game, but in Dominion, anyone could win. In Dominion, push comps are so strong. It was an amazing ulti by Rapunzel for a nice clear, but the Briar was just way too much for the red team. Absolutely insane carry by Simple Kooky.
I mean, we've seen again and again that, as we've seen before, the matches from these teams are very, very hype as well. As we've seen that, Jisha managed to actually get a lot of kills in the early game, but it doesn't matter if, at the late game, that Briar, that Pinocchio, and Rapunzel just dominates the battlefield, especially against these type of comps, man. It's very, very hard.
Yeah, they seem to have like a real old school comp, and Kooky just smacked them with the new school.
That is true, man. We've seen again and again.
like I said, the survivability on Jacko just wasn't there. He just didn't have the survivability of outside of next door. And yeah, he got kills. That's awesome. But what about the point? This game mode is not about kills, guys. It's about holding the point. And Kuki had the right mindset here to go ahead and actually push him out, play those ults. Yes, they were getting hit by the Alice ults, but a lot of the time, Alice got about two double ults, but she only was getting singles the rest of the time, which put them in a wonderful opportunity when Briar was in a ult to counter the Alice ult and really counter and clap back and save his team there. So really amazing performance by them. I'm really
Mhm.
want to see what they could bring to the top 8. That Briar is definitely going to get banned.
That is true, but congratulations as well to Chuki man over here. Actually managed to claw it soon. But now, before we do that, we need to take a little break and recuperate, and we'll see you in a bit. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to be streaming the whole top 8, and I think Sabit's also here already. Bit, kasih countdown kalau udah mau ganti. Okay, sip. Okay, so I think the match that we're going to, feature right now is in the top 8 between Kukiman or Tsukiman versus the Haymakers. This is very, very interesting, especially we've seen two clans clashing up. Yeah, we'll see Veth clan and also Ego clan. I know you like those, Ukumi.
Dude, the Veth clan is absolutely insane. Ego has been showing up. I always see this guy on the leaderboard. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he is
Which
always
one?
legendary.
Which
The
one?
Ram.
Oh, the Rambert. Oh, I think I've seen him as well. I think also Retra. I think I've seen him as well on the Goldie pick usually. Very prominent Goldie player from the SEA region. So this is a very interesting matchup having this on the top 8 right now.
Talk about the players, bro. I'm very interested. Talk
I mean,
about Ego.
Ego players, I think, also have a reputation for having a lot of high leaderboard players, right, on this region. So this is a very very interesting matchup that we have right here between Veth versus versus Ego right now. All right, what do you think about the matchup right now? Maybe you can
Well,
chime in.
there's a Kaiser ban right now, so I don't I don't know about the Kaiser ban. I think Kaiser is not as high tier as the other characters. He could be easily bursted. Rapunzel hard counters, Marksman hard counters, Marina with sudden extort hard counters, Ram hard counters, Jacko hard counters. The list goes on.
That is a lot, but now Rapunzel is being banned by the red team by Ego right now.
Hey, let me tell you that Rapunzel popped off last game. That Rapunzel had the crazy ulta retake, and it put their whole team together with the damage, with the Briar and the Pinocchio. So let's see if that actually puts him in a tough spot. It's one of Naster's most played, second most played. He does have the Wuchi Coochie.
That is true. Wuchi has been a very popular pick, but no, I think we've seen the Briar being picked right now. Also a very popular pick on this tournament.
Take it away from Simple Cookie though. He took it. He took his own teammate's pick, but I guess they're just that versatile. He probably told them take it. He said take it. It's ours first. They're not gonna get this. Briar went through. That's how much of a must pick this character has been in this tournament. Everyone in C just hates Briar.
That is true. I think Briar also just have a lot of presence, right, on the tournament, especially on this Dominion point or Dominion mode. Being able to stay in with the Cozy Nightmare, turning a lot of situations from 3v3 into 1v5, man. It is pretty crazy if you're actually playing against Briar with a good ult placement. Is very scary, especially that Thorn Wheel being able to knock a lot of players out of the the Dominion point while having that hyper armor that Young actually also have is pretty crazy in one package too, man. That's pretty insane.
Absolutely, but having the Zapeta here using his maximum output, which is his ultimate, could easily stop this Briar, but I haven't seen it been effectively used yet. Oh, and we actually see the Octavia come out as well with... Oh my gosh, I am a huge Octavia fan. One of my other mains, she gets banned from me in every single Dominion tournament. I am so happy it went through. But the thing is, since they need something with actual kill potential, they need something maybe with a stun. I'm thinking Amaya might actually go really, really good here. What do you think?
Maya is also like one of the, I think it's like really strong, especially we've seen like Briar, Maya, Wuchi, very very popular characters, but now we see the Molly being banned by the blue team. This is interesting actually. From the blue team, I was not expecting that.
I'm gonna grab my glasses.
Alright then, but now we see that the Molly has been banned by the blue team. This could actually pose a threat. I don't know why the Molly is being banned. I think to stop the counter towards Briar. But I think Briar can still, do a lot of work just by existing into this battlefield. But now Lauren being banned, this is also one of the characters that can turn the tides of battlefield to a 3v4. And this is a really, really interesting ban from both sides. I think Lauren has not been played as well tonight. This is very interesting. I think they already studied their opponents on this draft pick because this is very, very
100%.
interesting.
That's exactly. You could tell it's the same way in any server. The top players know the top players. The top players know what they play. The top players know their comps. But at the same time, too, they both pick Lauren Vex maybe to even trick the other team. Did Kukimon did absolute insane mind games to Haymaker?
I mean,
what? That is absolutely genius and diabolical. What the heck?
I mean, yeah, man. Especially, I think even though the top players know the other top players, but not many teams actually do custom matches against other clans. Maybe Ego play with other Ego players and Veth also play with other Veth players. But this might be actually the first time that these two clans are actually clashing inside this tournament right now. 'Cause this is very, very hype, man.
Dude, I'm absolutely hype. I just wish the picks could go faster so we go straight into the game. What will be the counter pick? Shino Kuki is now picking, and the Marina comes out for the super mega push. We have two Vanguards. This is another crazy push comp coming out from Kukimon. We got two Vanguards and a Briar, two Unyieldings. The healing is going to be insane. I actually absolutely love Shino's Kuki build. Coming in with the cheer. So the ultimate is going to pop out 3 times. If sudden Extort is out, they could easily get over 70% heal, if not more. And we're into the game.
There we go, and now we're actually on this match for the first top 8 of the night versus on Ego versus Veth for this match. And I think this is a very interesting lineup. We have the other team from the red team actually having a bit of push comp as well, but now actually being accompanied by an Octavia, the first Octavia of the night especially.
Will comes out. There we go. Oh, are we going to see the ultimate? Absolutely not. Wow, the push comp is not working, but they're living. But oh my gosh,
maximum output! Managed to get 2 players, and oh my god, that's a little bit of, friendly fire there from the red team. We see that. But no, that Zapera is hungry, man. Oh, miss on an ult, but now we see that Marina special jumping around the match, and a Cozy Nightmare being pushed once again, manages to get the point for the blue team. Now Maya actually getting tossed around by the blue team with the ult that misses. That's so much a shame, but that Zapera, man, this is popping off with the maximum output.
He said hammer time. It is absolutely hammer time, chat, right now. 2 ults are up right now. Zapeta ult, and we see the oh my gosh, crazy stun from Maya. Completely misses the ult here. Is Zapeta gonna land another punch? He's holding it right now to see if he can get the Cozy Nightmare out. The maximum output being holded. The maximum output comes out. Punch! Just like I told you, an absolute counter.
Another hit by the Zapeta, but no, that red team wants some more. That Maya with the Goji Love managed to hit 2 players from the blue team. Now the blue team is getting pushed around 3-0 on the finish time. We're seeing an overtime here. That blue team still wants to survive. Brian with the ultimate is online right now. Cozy Nightmare can be popped out as well. Timon with the ultimate clearance sale being knocked away on every single team on the blue team. But no, that Octavia just heals back up for the red team.
Oh my gosh, but the red team easily comes back. It's 3-0 right now. I don't know if they could do this, but we'll see. Is the minion. They just need to capture the point once and absolutely here. But the Maya's landing every single stun possible.
We'll see again. That red team is being pushed away by the blue team right now, trying to stay alive. But that maximum output from Zapeta and the Gojira from Maya being able to hit that blue team and getting that sweet damage, knocking them away. But no, we see the blue team still here with the clearance sale from Timon, trying to clear as much as possible. But no, the Zapeta goes down. Cozy Nightmare by Briar manages to save the team.
This is absolutely insane. They took the point back. All they have to do is hold it for 45 seconds, and they have an opportunity to actually win here. Now with the sudden next thirds coming out. Oh my gosh, Marina special hitting. But, oh, the punch didn't hit no one. But the team ult is coming out. I don't know about this one. This could actually be anyone's game, and 2 points goes to the blue team.
Miss ult from the maximum outburst from Zepeda. Oh my god, the red team, Retra on that Octavia on the last one, but no, let's go! G-Love from the Maya manages to hit into the red team, but no, the score is now 3-3 with 30 seconds left. Who do you think will be the winner of this top 8
Maybe
match?
it's a clearance sale. It's for clearance. 3v3, 3v3. They have to hold here.
Oh my god.
No.
What a change of pace. 15 seconds left. That's
Anything
Zepeda
can
with the
happen.
punch.
Anything can
Absolutely clutch.
There's no more ults. Wait, there's one more ult clearance sale. Here we go. Is the cell gonna come out? G-Love pops out. Not enough.
Wait a minute. Oh my god. Good game to Veth being able. That team on clearance sale on the last moment manages to hit a lot of players from red team, confirming their victory. Oh my god.
It was a clearance sale. Let me tell you, that Team Moon was spamming some ultimates, and her having sudden X-Third to absolutely run through them and not be stopped. But the G-Loves came out, and let me tell you, they were hurting. He only has Steel Breath. I was like, wow, Maya is actually really, really strong.
That is true, especially, having that stun, shield, and movement speed buff for the whole team while being covered by the Octavia's healing and that Zepeda punch. Actually manages to connect to a lot of players from the blue team, but it is proven to not be enough. But now we're moving on to the second map. This is interesting.
Yeah, I with pirate ship map, it would be way better for Maya to run the ability can't stop, won't stop, because there's just so many items there. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places in which you can get items to get that movement speed early. There's a big thing too. In this map, we have something special, ladies and gentlemen. There is a mag bomb. That means easy Zepeda punches, easy knockouts. But I gotta say, man, the Vanguards are just really showing up today.
That is true, man. That Timon clearance sale, that Marina special, being able to just power through a lot of, like hits with their hyper armor is pretty crazy, actually. While also being able to heal up with that sudden extort is just very, very, adding a lot of longevity for these teams, especially these push comps are proving their ground once again.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in Dominion. And nothing. The red team actually performed extremely well. The Zepeda with his maximum output, canceling out the Briarl on that play. What? The timing on that is absolutely insane. Not only that, his hammers on maximum output was absolutely on point. I don't think he missed one. I don't think he actually missed an ultimate, to be honest.
That is true. I think I've seen some, not much though. I think I saw him miss once, but every time he landed that punch, at least he's either getting that Briar or even 2 hits into the blue team. So that was a very, very high moment.
He missed the punch. You're right.
Okay, Kaiser pick. This is interesting.
Hey, that's why they banned the Kaiser before. I guess they know Usu Gaming ain't nothing to joke about. Now let me tell you something. That Octavia Kaiser comp is looking a little scary.
Having just a really bulky tank, just doing a lot of damage and space control with his ultimate. That heavenly body, also the punching machine, just knocking everyone out of the Dominion point. With Octavia on the back, this could actually pose a threat to the blue team.
Yeah, his heavenly body is a really, really powerful ultimate with the sudden extort. And not only that, you have to remember Strike Barrier, dude. Strike Barrier level 9 and customs, every enchant is level 9. So when the barrier disappears, right? Let's just say he hits 3 people, he could easily get 2,000 HP.
That is true. I mean, a lot of these shields are just proving, very, very prominent, especially on this Dominion point. If you're a push comp, fighting, characters with shields, it's just hard for them to actually push you because there's a lot of knockback reduction, especially Kaiser, one of the heaviest characters in this game, to actually get knocked off the Dominion point. So this could be very, very interesting, especially now we're going to the pick of Timon again with Rapunzel.
Yeah, Rapunzel with the Judgment of Smite could easily stop the Kaiser as well. And it could also stop an Octavia too, because Octavia just doesn't have the movement, right? So like Judgment of Smite is absolutely insane. With second grave, he will easily be able to push out their team, but that could just bring Kaiser's ult back, right? So the rotation needs to be very meticulous, very methodical.
That is true. Timon might have, a lot of hyper armor on her clearance sale, but no, Kaiser says, I have some more, I have more than you, but now the Marina is being banned by the red team. This is a very interesting ban, as we also see, the Timon and Marina being able to hold a lot of time for the team to recuperate, to rotate, to actually, punch their way through. We see that actually happening on the first game, right?
Now I'm very interested on what Cookie's gonna pick. Maybe we might actually see his Jacko trying to counter the Kaiser.
That is
What
true,
is this guy's name? He is letters that I don't understand that dialect.
I think I don't. Let me see. I think it's very hard for me to read. Other languages as well. But I think let me
My
confirm
bad.
it
I didn't
as
mean
well.
to be racist. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that is.
It's fine, man. I'm also learning. I think. It's name 404. That's his name. Name 404 is his name for this. The one that's hovering over the Maya right now. But the Maya has been banned onto the Peter.
We see a
pick.
Peter?
This is the first Peter of the night on the top 8 as well.
Dude, this guy have some cojones on him. All right, do you want me to also speak Spanish?
I mean, if you want to like show off a little bit, I think that's fine. On this draft pick right now.
¿Cómo está todo mi gente de mi españoles, mi latinos? Está aquí. Dímelo.
This is very interesting. We have a multilingual stream right now, and I think we already see the Nui and the Peter being locked in by the red team. This is a very interesting lineup with the Kaiser. I think Kaiser also being appreciated with that speed boost is just crazy, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Covered in light, especially paired up with the speed boost skill, is amazing, but she's not running that.
I think she's running more on the damage side, right? Increase the aerial attacks and also reduces the movement speed of hit opponents. So I think just let the Kaiser and the Peter actually to just show off more, and just Nui.
She's just holding point.
Yeah, she's holding point. This is the punching bag method you already mentioned yesterday, man. This could be it.
Yeah, the punching bag method is absolutely insane. People say, I don't like to get hit. I shouldn't get hit. Well, if you get hit, you get your ult quicker. If you get hit and you have a proper build with sudden extort, you can still live and use the ult. We see that Alice come out here for double stun. Now, I just don't think they're going to have enough damage to burst through all the sudden extorts here. But let me tell you, Team Cookie Man can prove anyone wrong here, and so can Haymaker. And here we go into the game.
Good luck. Have fun for both sides of the team on this top 8. This could be proven very interesting. Kaiser being one of the strong characters on this lineup as well. Can the blue team actually answer to this menace right here? What do you think on this lineup right now?
Right now, it looks like it's absolutely working with the Alice Mines, and they're having so much cover right now. A lot of stuff is going on under the ground. Wow, Machine Punch comes out.
Oh my god, we see a little bit interruption, but no, the Peter being able to hit all of the players from the blue team over there, and now we're seeing Nui with the Sunshine Rise, not hitting anyone, being punished right there, and the clearance sale is actually active, but the Whirlwind of Neverland over there trying to push away that team, but it's not enough, man. I think this Peter wants some more blood. Look at that HP, and a second grave! Oh my god.
Okay, now Rapunzel has the auto attacks that can easily burst out the Nui here. That's what they're looking for, but Timu needs to stop hitting them and letting them land. Oh, it's absolutely too late, but beautiful stun comes out to Alice, stopping the Peter ult here. Kaiser got his ult right now. That's what we're talking about. The Heavenly Body is absolutely insane. Nothing but the Alice here left. Heavenly Body ended, but right now the red team has half HP. There's a beautiful opportunity to come back, and we know Kukimon loves those comebacks.
Second grave hitting! Ooh, that team being pushed out. We see again and again, but no! That Uso Gaming is out of this equation as well. Peter has now respawned, but needs to wait for his teammate, but no. Simple Cookie over there with the bomb! They hit three
Absolutely
people.
misses the bomb.
Whoa,
But here we go.
That was a pretty crazy ultimate sunshot. Right?
Bunny, triple bunny. No!
Oh my god, that black
She
hole is
touched
entry,
him.
but no! The red team still wants one of it. Kaiser's HP being so tanky! Heavenly Body still proves his worth in this Dominion point.
Yeah, right there what we just saw was the T-Moon skilling the Rapunzel ult, which is absolutely devastating. That was a triple kill. But here we go. Machine Puncher comes in. 3-0, T-Moon with the clear
we see that
Peter with the Neverland.
We see that Magnet being able to push that, but now the clearance seal being able to push a lot of the members for the red team. But no, that's such a nice hitting 2-person from
Bunny,
the red team.
it's bunny time. It's bunny time. Oh my, you can't count Cookies out, bro. You can't count Cookie Man out. You just can't.
I mean, yeah, we've seen on the first game them showing up with this team. Oh my god, the Heavenly Body's being popped. Look at that damage into Kaiser's body. 4k HP left.
Beautiful
we see
spin.
the blue team showing up.
It's not over yet. There we go with the 3 mines coming out from Alice's skill. Oh, Heavenly Body comes out again. But you have to see right now, Rapunzel is very low. Oh, and still gets the Kaiser. Is that worth the 1-for-1? Yes, it was, because she gets the absolute reset here and able to burst out the Kaiser, coming back in, stopping the Kaiser from coming in, giving the 2v2. Bunny and Clearance Cell could easily come out over here.
Bunny! Gets the Kaiser! Oh my god, look at that sunshot right. That mine managed to almost hit the land, but don't look at the Peter with the Woman of Neverland! Oh my god, this is so hype. Look at the second great master. All players from the red team now. 15 seconds left. Who will be winning on this match? Magnet hits 2. Peter. Oh my god, look at that Woman of Neverland. So close.
Ooh, that's the game, folks. I'm not going to lie. There's no one getting this one back, even though it's kooky. So right now we got a game 1-for-1.
That was
Haymaker
very
coming
close.
out on top here, clutching it. Absolutely clutching it. Now, the problem there with the last play, if we're being analytical here, is that Kukimon, they didn't reset. After you get those kills, it's a hard map to reset, but you guys have Swift. You run off the map, and you have to be healthy for the last fight. And if you're not healthy for the last fight, you see exactly what will happen. Very small mistakes after doing so much right.
That was true as well. That Peter though with the magnet bomb at the end clutches it out, managed to hit 2 players from the blue team outside of the box and managed to turn their loss to an absolute victory on this second game. This is a very interesting match from this best of 3, and we've seen 1 score from each team.
Yeah, Metacurb, let me tell you something, bro. I told you, Dominion is hype, bro. I don't know what you have against Dominion tournaments, but Dominion is hype.
And I think we are going to go to the Dominion map of the Zepeta Factory. I think this is also one of the hardest maps to play in, especially
Yes.
I think, yeah, if you have like a lot of like push comps just being a menace in this map, and yes, the Kaiser being banned, especially after seeing that
Get the
performance.
Kaiser out of here.
from
Get
Ego.
the Kaiser out of here. Please get the Kaiser out of here. That Kaiser is just way too dominant. That build, I'm taking that build. I will forever use that build. Now, let's go deeper into the Zepeta map, right? So, the thing about Zepeta map is also the switch. The water on the ground gives the slow, but you have to have the switch on rotation. So, there's different ways to play it. At the start of the game, you can go ahead and move the switch so the map and then the minion point could go towards your team respawn, which is optimal. So, a lot of the time, we might see that 1v1 top lane, or we might see the cluster buster straight onto the minion point for them to be able to find a kill and for them to move the point towards their side.
Not to mention as well, on the bottom side of the map, actually there is a magnet bomb that could be, utilized from both teams, especially having a fast runner on this map. As we seen yesterday, the Young with the movement speed buff actually managing to get that magnet bomb early was a bit crucial on the early team fight as well.
Oh wow, I'm so happy you remembered that. Young is literally his skill. There's no one that can compete with his skill, especially when he has beep beep ability on with a 20% movement speed, that he could just easily roll all the way and take that magnet bomb. Absolutely amazing point, Rex.
That we're seeing the Rapunzel being a recurrent pick from the West or the blue team over here as actually showing to be very, very effective because we've seen that Rapunzel actually, with the second grave dealing a massive damage towards the red team. But now we see a hover onto the Zapeta. This is interesting. The Zapeta map with the Zapeta pick. This is a very, very fitting one.
Did he lock in Zapeta?
Not really. He's still hovering it. I think they're still thinking about it. But ooh, the Briar hover though. This could be interesting.
The Briar. Let me tell you, it's been a pick or ban in this tournament. But with the Briar Thornwheel, she'll easily be able to speed her way onto the Dominion point. But let's not sleep on the second grave or the Judgment Spite to stop her spin wheel. The Thornwheel. Excuse me. The Thornwheel doesn't have a lot of priority. All the auto attacks of the characters that Kukimon plays, especially Rapunzel, can stop it. So
that is true.
If they position properly, they'll be actually able to do a counterattack. But if they don't, then I don't know if the counterattack is really going to come out there. Let's just see what Simple Kuki actually picks. It was the T-Moon from last game. Absolutely phenomenal on T-Moon. Now, if the Briar ults and T-Moon does clearance sale, Cozy Nightmare against clearance sale, it could be devastating for your own team. But at the same time, it could be absolutely phenomenal for you because you can get another clearance sale.
That is true, being able to hit a lot of players with the clearance sale and resetting that ultimate very quickly could be a very proving point as we've seen. But now we see the Maya getting banned from the blue team. I think Maya also is one of the craziest characters, especially on this map. Being able to run around fast, especially on the water, is very, very crazy, right? And, okay, hold up.
Yeah.
I think they're very confused right now.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're confused.
Okay, but yeah, I think Briar also are usually seen like it gets countered a lot by Zapeta, but now the red team actually secured that Zapeta pick, so it does not get countered very easily. I think there's a very strategic draft picking that.
Yeah. As we see from Uso game in the first game, his Zapeta is nothing to laugh at. The man knows how to land punches. The man knows when to use punches, and he's not greedy to use that hammer and just get you off the point, as he did with the retake in the first game with his double hammer. Absolutely beautiful. Let me tell you, man, that's a spectacle Zapeta right there, and I'm actually really impressed that he's using Sudden X-Store. A lot of Zepetas opt for damage, but his survivability, it just gives him, especially if he lands a punch or a double hammer, he could easily just get 2k, 3k, even 4k HP back.
That is true. Sudden Extort and Zapeta is a deadly combo. Especially combo it with the I knew this would happen ability and the frontal breakthrough from Zapeta. Being able to counteract that, HP loss into damage output is just insane. Especially, into this Rapunzel. If you can time it right, this could be a very deadly punch from this old lady into the body of a Rapunzel. But now we're seeing, picks starting to, I think, being picked from the blue team because we see a Molly ban as well. I think they don't want this Briar to get countered heavily, Usually characters that like Molly, like Zapeta can counter Briar easily, but now they're being
They left the marina
denied.
this time, though. They left the marina.
That is true. Marina is also, one of the slippery characters.
Bro, Simple Cookie's marina has been absolutely phenomenal. Like, the way, how do I say this? I'll say the way you use marina special, especially using that gold ability and using cheer. Using cheer that gives 8% HP on top of sudden X-Store, he just doesn't die. He's averaging 2 deaths a game, like maximum on Marina right now. So I'm actually really curious to see if he's bringing that's currently my best character apparently. Currently, Marina, as I am a Marina fan, as you guys know, I'm a Vanguard fan, and we see Kooky with the Don Quixote. Don Quixote recently got an update about 4 or 5 months ago that he's absolutely going crazy on a skill, able to go onto the point, able to go past stairs, ledges, etc. And we see a Witch Queen.
This is interesting, man. Witch Queen also one of the hardest DC in the game, right? Crowd control, being able to transform your opponent cannot be countered by Dawn or Marina over here. Can't be powered through. So this could be really interesting.
Green curse. Okay, nice. We see Marina go ahead and get the mag bomb here, but gets donked by Uso Gaming. I told you.
Ooh.
Nothing to laugh at on that Zapeta here. Beautiful.
Nice hit.
Okay,
Oh,
are we
Don
gonna see the
Quixote
punch?
just pushing.
Super
But,
punch! Get out of here!
oh,
Get out of here with that maximum output! Get
that
out of here with
punch.
that. No ways.
But no, oh,
Are we
we're
gonna see
seeing
Yoko
this
get a
Witch
nice
Queen
push
is
here?
doing a lot of work. Ooh, the Cozy Nightmare comes through over here on the Don, and Rapunzel is actually thinking about the ultimate, but now
Another
hitting into the
maximum
body
output.
of Zapeta. Oh my god, this is a very, very nice lineup because we know, right? Witch Queen being able to slow your opponent with the orbs, especially on this map, having a lot of water, is very, very interesting. But now the magnet, oh, the miss of
completely
green
missed
curse
it.
from Witch Queen.
Wow, that was a crazy one, but we still have ults coming out. Marina could go ahead and get her HP back here, but she has to use the ult. She can't be scared. And there we go, a
Ooh.
4-0, just like that. Wow.
That was crazy fast, man. For the best of 3, I was not expecting that. That's Zapeta being able to be the MVP and punching their enemies through this top 8 bracket.
Did I call it? Did I call it? Did I call it? I told you. Zapeta's that Us Gaming Zapeta is actually something to be reckoned with. People should possibly focus that as a ban. Is his most played character with over 4,000 games on it. He just doesn't miss. He really hasn't missed. He missed one hammer just to space out the Marina, but it wasn't enough.
That is true. And I think congratulations for the Haymaker actually securing on the winners final. They're being on top of everyone right now, and now we're seeing the next matches are going to be played is Aura versus Chochok over here. This is a very interesting lineup as well, and I
Talk to me
think
about the teams.
Aura is especially known in the SEA region. I think a lot of people know the Aura clan, especially because like some of the players are like showing up on the leaderboards as well. They also do a lot of rank modes together, and also Red Clan. We know how the Red Clan rolls, right? This is one of the infamous clans from the SEA regions as well, having a lot of strong players even though they're pretty old right now, or like just veterans at the game, but that knowledge that they have inside this match could prove a lot of like merit, especially in this matchup.
Oh, absolutely. We even saw it in the last game with Kukimon against Haymaker. Haymaker absolutely outpicked them in the draft pick phase, showing their veterancy, showing their knowledge, and that's easily what Kokok. Did I say that right? Is it really Kokok?
It's Chochok, Chochok.
Oh, Chop Chop. All right.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. You can say Chop Chop.
All right. So, like the Chop Chop gummy no meat. Okay. Chop Chop fruit.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Okay, so as we know, Tuhan is a huge One Piece fan.
That is true.
Having 3D 2Y, really funny.
Yeah.
But he's also a true vet, man. He's been here before. This is
That
not
is true.
something he hasn't seen. He's a
lot of
previous tournament winners. Yeah, he is a true veteran, like you said before. This is nothing new. Him leading his team right now, being like a coach player to victory. So we're gonna go ahead and see here on what's the bans. So Rapunzel, we're seeing out. Briar gone. They don't want to see that from Aura. And honestly, I don't want to see Briar either, because now I'm tired of seeing cozy nightmares.
That is true. Rapunzel also being banned. We've seen a lot of like prominent Rapunzel players showing up, but we've seen the Proc actually being picked by the blue team over here.
About time. Proc in general is, to me, is a top 6 pick. Is a top
I
6
do agree.
pick.
I agree.
His ultimate alone could just absolutely devastate a team, and with sudden X-Store and having damage reduction to it, he could just live through almost anything.
And that vortex that he has on his ultimate is being able to, suck in everyone and blow them out. Okay, that sounds kind of wrong. Okay, so basically, yeah, Proc's vortex is able to. Oh yeah, Narsha is a really good pick, especially with the Wuchi, man. Wuchi is a popular pick.
Hey, let me tell you, unyieldings, like we had one Wuchi here two games ago that didn't have, well, two team matches ago, 2 rounds ago, that didn't have unyielding, and I think that was a huge downfall for them, regardless on how well he played, because that rune is just like, play that rune, or very like probably like 10 characters you could really run shield on, but run unyielding, please. And look at Jimawi. It was Jimawi, but he managed to win, but it was super close because he didn't have unyielding. He's using second win.
That is true. I mean, second wind does give you a lot of shields, but absolutely you need to revive for it to actually activate. Meanwhile, unyielding can just activate anytime, especially on the custom rooms that all enhancement and abilities get upgraded to their fullest potential. So this could be a very interesting matchup.
We see the snow
pick of the night. That is insane, man.
Finally, bring some NA light into here. So look, let me tell you something about Proc Snow. It's absolutely broken. So Proc goes ahead and uses his Merciless Headwind, which is his skill. Goes ahead and pops someone up, right? And as you know, when he completes it, he would just jump basic attack, and that will be his combo. Now, Snow using his skill Whiteout with the Proc Merciless Headwind goes into a crazy combo in which you get hit by both of their skills, easily doing up to 3,000 to 4,000 damage.
That is true. Snow's whiteout is not to snuff at. We know that how powerful that skill from Snow is, especially getting
the brick came out though.
Being able to reset. Yes?
The brick came out.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a hard
that is
counter
true.
for Snow. It's a hard counter.
Yo, that brick wall could be a very problem, could be a big problem for the Snow, but we're going to see on this first match, on the second top 8 of the night, that Narsha being able to snuff out that whirlwind, but no, the Snow says, nah, man, you need to
Merciless
go down
blood.
from there.
Okay, we go ahead and see the brick walls. Yo, but the Snow uses his white skill to go ahead and just go through it. Narsha coming in with the beautiful ult right there. Wuchi comes in with another ult. Can Proc hit someone? No, absolutely. Mitz gets punished by Tuhan here. Tuhan says, I've been here, now hold this.
That is true, but now Lechi getting pushed away from that Narsha, and the Bomb of Justice being dropped down. Snow being on 1 hit point right now is actually managed to stay alive for quite a bit longer, but now the Kaiser's Heavenly Body
comes
actually
out.
pushing out everyone with that Vortex as well, but no, look at that Lechi with a heavy punching machine.
Mega Punch! This is absolutely hype right now, and it's still 0-0 a minute in. Are we gonna see Red come out here? Oh, another machine punching. Oh my gosh. There we go.
Nice
the beautiful
pick from the
combos.
giveaway with the whiteout, and another punch from Lechi connecting into Cliffhanger right now. Heavenly Body is online once again as well. This Kaiser needs to get stopped with the Proc over there. Oh my god. Look at that combo, man.
Beautiful punch by Kaiser. Here we go. Tuhan goes ahead and gets out. It's interesting the Snow actually using what's that called? Sudden Extort. Very interesting.
I think more survivability, right?
Yeah,
look at
absolutely.
that.
Heavenly Body comes out here, but is he gonna get bursted? No, the Sudden Extort came out just in time. The Wuchi ult was not enough here. Are we gonna see a punch? Oh, the Vortex comes out, hitting 2 of them out. The Narsha is still in. Beautiful ult, absolutely dodging. No, you have to stay away. No, beautiful brick wall comes out, stopping the skill. Oh, what are we gonna see next? Is anyone seeing your super
out. Over there. Oh my god, Proc getting that hit into the red team, but no, look at that Kaiser and Snow chopping up the red team. Step back over there with the Narsha flying around on the map, but no, we see Proc's Vortex once again. Managed to get another kill to Tuhan. This is very close. Look at that Kaiser with the punching machine. Angry and punching everyone. Finish time, 1 minute left. We see still 3-0 on the scoreboard. Oh my god.
Whoa, here we go. The unyielding actually pops out here. Tuhan still with full HP. The red team is looking really healthy. If they're able to capture it by 40 seconds, it's still winnable. If they can capture it by 40 seconds, it's still winnable. Oh, but it looks like here.
With the Narsha hitting 2 players on the blue team. This could be huge. Let's see again and again. Chapmak with the Narsha being able to enter the match again with a miss ult on the bomb. But finally, 30 seconds left. I don't think this will be enough for the red team, but if it is, this will be a miracle for them.
is actually enough. They could actually win. Wait, I just did the math. They could actually win here if they could hold this point.
Okay, but Tuhan being picked up right now, and Cliffenzu with that Wuchi kick onto the snow. 15 seconds left. I don't think this would be enough, Okumi.
It could actually be enough here. It actually might be enough.
5 more seconds, but we don't know. This could be the punching machine showing up. So close. That was so close for the red team over there. Absolutely clutch play from the blue team, managing to hold on the point for so long with that Kaiser and Proc, man. Proving to be difficult.
You have to ban the Kaiser, man. Oh my gosh. These Kaisers are actually insane. These Kaisers are so cracked. You see Lisi here from Team Aura absolutely landing almost every single punching machine. It was just completely diabolical, hitting these players off the map, even catching the Narsha in the air. The timing was sick.
That was true. You know, that Kaiser being able to punch a lot of players, being supported as well by the proc, as you mentioned. You know, that swirling vortex just inhales everyone from the red team and easily sets up the Kaiser and Snow to finish it off. That was insane, man.
Like I said, the red team didn't give up though.
Is
it Cuckoo? I forgot. Yo, why is it spelled like this?
Chop chop. Yeah, basically chop.
I'm gonna
the chop chop thing. Or yeah, but you can just say the red team is fine.
Yeah. So the chop chop. Team Red right here, they're actually showing their fangs and their veterans and their mental fortitude to keep going there and capture the point. They did not give up the whole game. In times where me myself was thinking about like, yo, give up. And they almost came through. So Dominion is a beautiful, beautiful game mode in Smash Legends in which at any point in time, the tides can turn.
That is true, but we see again, right, that brick pick from Tuhan showing his expertise on knowing matchups, right? Tries to counter the Snow on today's match. This is a very interesting lineup as well that we have on the first match. You know, Brick, Narsha, and also Wuchi. I think all strong candidates to be strong characters, but you know, Kaiser and Proc just proves to be very hard to remove, especially in this Dominion point.
Well, they have Rapunzel players. Red does have Rapunzel players, so they could do something to counter the Kaiser.
But I think Rapunzel is banned. Briar and Rapunzel.
Oh, well then, Aura is just actually really, really smart team, to be honest. Their picks and bans has been nothing but excellent.
First red of the night, though.
Whoa! Using second win. I think he just prefers second win.
I think Jimoe knows something we don't, guys. I think he just, you know, have that knowledge that we don't have it. With the sudden X-Dot as well. This is very interesting. Red with shield and sudden X-Dot. This could prove to be very, very interesting from the lineup of Aura over here.
Yeah, or Jimoe is using Defense Fog, which increases his ultimate stealth duration by 3 seconds. So he'll be able to stay and hide on that point while actually moving incredibly fast with a 30% movement boost. So he's really going for his kills will most likely be like dunks, right? And the reason why Sudden X-Dot is so powerful here because regardless if you have gold skill or not, your ultimate does extra damage when you use it. So Red could just go ahead and just ultimate and skill, boom, we could see 1500 to 2000 HP coming back to him. And we see the Wuchi locked in the proc again.
We see Wuchi being picked by the red team and Proc on the blue team. Now Alice and Molly being banned from both sides of the field. This is interesting. Alice as well, I think we know, is very prominent, especially on this map. You know, being able to use the Buddy Black Hole to center everyone onto the void, basically, on this space map, right?
Yeah,
very interesting.
It is super interesting. We see the Wuchi come out. We see the red come out. Are we going to see the Kaiser again because it's not banned? And what is the red team actually thinking? Are they going to bring that Zapeta to try to counter the Kaiser? Or they're just going to give Kaiser another ult, right?
I mean, we don't really know, especially. I think a lot of Kaiser also. Oh, I think, yeah, the Zapeta is actually getting picked. I think Zapeta is also a really nice pick for this map, especially with her skill being able to dunk a lot of characters in this map. Could prove a lot. And especially the young pick, I think, is being picked from
Wow.
the red team.
That's an absolute strong pick. You also got to keep in mind, Proc has a lot of landing lag. So if Proc gets that landing lag, you could easily see a maximum output also from Zapeta.
Hmm. That is
Also,
true, though.
remember this. Look at Proc's skill. He doesn't have the defensive skill that reduces the damage by 70%. So Zapeta could just come in while he's ulting and just ruin his life.
I mean, true, but Red here, don't count Red out with the hide and seek, being able to be invisible, stealthy with that extra 3 seconds, being able to cover up procs, maybe major weakness here to actually punish a lot of Zepeta's misplay or maybe, Wuchi's mislandings.
Absolutely.
This could be very, very
Absolutely.
interesting.
Ooh,
Oh,
you're
that
so smart,
Demon?
Rexo. You're so smart. That is so true too, because with the red alone, the positioning with the 30% movement speed and having that ult 3 seconds longer could really position for a lot of covering. And now we get into the game. They did
That
lock
is
into Zapeta.
Okay, that's Zapeta Young. I guess this red pick, this is interesting, man. First red usage of the night that I've seen on this stream. This could prove very interesting, especially on the space map over here. Usually space map, usually like push comps are usually more prominent, but we're seeing Jimaway over here with the
Dragon
red
Majesty
pick.
always comes out in the beginning. You got to watch out for that. Oh, and there we go. The Nonce comes out. Is she's going to get a good ult?
Whoa,
Right now,
look at
could
that
be
red
anyone's
being able
game.
to get invis on that hide and seek, being able to punish a lot of landings. Look at that Tuhan being punished severely right now, even though the red team is being on the gas pedal right now. But we'll see that
There
team
we
would open
see.
the clearance sale. Oh my god.
Holy snap. Nonce comes out, but T-Moon, beautiful skill coming out. But the Yo-Yo comes in, the Dragons descent. Right now, the Dragon Majesty is coming out. Oh my gosh, the Vortex!
Oh
Is the
my
bomb
god, that
gonna hit?
vortex
Is the bomb
perfectly
gonna hit?
countered by. Oh, look at that red invisibility, man. Jimaway with this tank red is going crazy. But no, Cliffenzo says you gotta go down, man. Get dunked. But
We see
oh,
a
that maximum
clearance.
output
Maximum
missing.
output completely missed. Nonce completely missed. And here we go. Aura takes back the point. I don't know about.
Ooh.
Honestly, we see the T-Moon and the Proc doing work. I haven't
Who's
seen
not
too
getting
much from
two?
Jimaway yet.
This is very interesting.
Oh,
With the now
beautiful
Uchi getting
He
two.
changed the skill. He changed the projection of the skill. Beautifully taken too, but it's not nothing. Aura says not now. But the punch comes in. Like I told you, the Proc didn't have the damage reduction, and he got one-shotted. Oh, Jimaway showing why he is the truth and is the red. There's a clearance sale coming out. A beautiful ult comes down. It's hide and seek. But the descent comes in with the maximum output completely missing. The
Vortex!
Aura is holding it. Vortex comes out. And the game's over.
It's over. You see that Jimaway, bro. You see that Uchi getting two knockups and Jimaway covering that team was very crucial for Lychee to get the MVP and clear and sail everyone out of that Dominion point. GG's, bro.
Wow, that was absolutely beautifully played. It was literally anyone's game there. Let me tell you something. The Proc and the T-Moon really put in work right there. But the Zapeta is nothing to joke at. He really did landed his punches and did his job. I think a huge thing is they don't really have an answer to the T-Moon. The T-Moon is just getting free clearance sales.
Mhm.
But that was an amazing performance. Amazing by Chop Chop. Amazing by Aurora. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And bless.
Yes, now they can chill this. Our team has managed to push through the top 8 to actually go through the top 4 bracket. They have secured their spot inside this tournament. And one more step, they could get that, the prize pool of being, actual dollars, rather than just participation tournament from 5 in. This could be pretty big, especially for these teams right now. But I think before moving on to the lower bracket top 8, we might have to have a bit of rest a bit. So we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the stream, everyone, and stay hype.
honestly, Woody and Okumi has that chemistry in commentating, bro. Like you guys
For
just
real.
lift each other up.
We all have some pretty good chemistry. Yeah, no, this is awesome. I love casting with you guys. Okay. Right, Neo. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with this awesome Smash Legends Southeast Asian Championship. And we're here in the winners finals. We see Aurora and Haymaker coming out. Wait, no, this is losers, eh?
Yeah, this is loser
This is
bracket.
Ellen
I think.
Hajar versus Warung Gumbuk.
Yep. And for your FYI, Cinderella has been in the top 10 bracket of the ranking for the past year. He has been consistent with his Robin play, as we have seen in the elimination round, and now we just gotta wait how Einhinjar respond to this.
Wow. Robin is a very, very, very strong pick. I haven't seen a lot of what America considers top tiers. I haven't seen much. And now I'm actually able to see the Robin.
Oh, you'll love it. He's spacing.
Well, dude, what's the
he's auto
bans
attack.
coming on? They banned Robin!
That's a target ban. That's absolutely
That
a
is a
target ban.
They banned
We
Brock.
cannot refuse the target chaser ability. It's just disgusting. Robin just wipe people out of the floor with a single ultimate. That will go up to roughly nearly 1,500 damage, basically 1/3 of your health bar.
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. Robin's ultimate is actually disgusting, especially with the ability that lowers the movement speed. If he hits all three, they all fall off the point and they can't come back to the point. That's an easy cleanup. But we see the Wuchi come out and we see the Chaco. You guys love Trophy Collector here.
Yeah, I honestly was gonna say the same. Like Trophy Collector, but without the sustainability, you can do damage, but there's no room for you to breathe in the domination ring.
Yeah, there's not enough
And-
breath, but yeah, but you see who else is on there on the field with the heavenly body, the muscle.
The Kaiser. We have seen Kaiser dishing out punch after punch. Everybody was thinking, Kaiser, this guy was just gonna be a walking sandbag, but no. He's the wall, he's the truck, he delivers. He's the Mike Tyson of this whole tournament.
Literally, he's fucking punch. The crazy thing about this though is the build that I saw before was really good, where he had the damage reduction. The spell he had was gray, so he had the extra shield, and he's using Calm Mind instead of Sudden Extort. So that's gonna give a lot of leeway to the red team being able to actually killing out the Kaiser. Oh, we see the Alice picking the Zapeta.
Okay, I'm actually wanting to see what's going on with the blue team right now, as Kaiser being immobile and just getting punished immediately can be punished hard by Zepeta. Oh, a Molly is in pick. Molly with fleet footed. Okay, interesting play, especially combining with sudden extort. Oh no, she changed it.
Well, she's still on Sudden Extort. I mean, this is what you sort of want right here. You this build is pretty prime. You're gonna be able to stop the Alice mines, right? Which is probably what he's thinking. Because in general, if she's gonna go ahead and stun the Kaiser, she better be ready for a Molly ult.
All right, guys, we're now going for the third of the semifinals on the losing brackets. Is it semifinals yet? I think it is. Whoever win this match will go fight again Chok Chok, which we have seen on the previous match. Extraordinary performance.
And here we go. We get into the game. We go ahead and see the bombs come out. Oh, wow. An ultimate is happening right now. 2 ultimates right now, Jacko and Molly. What? But they're easy ultimates to get. But oh my gosh, punching machine gets him off the point.
As we can see right now, Wuchi is still dancing, holding in the Nance right here, but getting punished immediately. Misses the Nance. Jacko with the surprises. Oh, looking for a punch. Punching factory. Alice holding in the ult, getting Kaiser. However, Jacko is still dancing in the domination round and getting pushed out immediately.
Wow, crazy maximum output right there. The Alice Zepeda, a classic for many years to come. Nante comes out, Heavenly Body comes out, maximum output comes out by the Zepeda here. Okay, the punches are coming in. Machine punching is happening. Alice, oh my gosh, maximum output again. The Jackal ults are coming in. He's comboing. Wumbo combo, and another hammer comes.
Cinderella trying to do some damage out here over on the footwork, but Heavenly Body armor just getting countered immediately by, maximum output again, getting 2 players of the blue team. And now the red team is in full control of the throttle. But we can see out here.
Wonderful reaction time.
And another reaction time, maximum output eliminating again.
This is absolutely insane, Chris.
My God.
Oh my gosh, he can't stop punching! He can't stop punching! Wow.
You know what? Like, maybe I'm wrong about the Mike Tyson, man. Like, he's going against Muhammad Ali over here.
You're right. The first with Mike Tyson is known for his super mega powerful punches. Mike Tyson was more like, he was very technical, intelligent, and fast.
Absolutely.
Wow, that was
my
an
God.
insane game. Dude. What? Bro, you ever heard 100 man versus gorilla? 100 man versus Zepeda.
No, we just need one now. Yeah. But the fact that we've seen Zepeda playing against Kaiser in the previous matches, and I have to say that it is the sudden extort plus Grace that kept the Kaiser in the play. However, using the Calm Mind, he just get delete.
That's what I was trying to say. Literally, you see the way my brain is working, Chris. I said that at the beginning of the game. I'm telling you, I'm a future teller. Look, I can tell the future right now just by your builds. Just like you said, if you don't have the sudden extort and you don't have the Grace, you're not going to survive that Zepeda punch. There's just absolutely no way. And
especially,
the Molly...
Go.
Well, the Molly, it just didn't do the job with the Alice. The whole time, this is what it had to happen. It's supposed to be the Jacko versus the Zepeda and Wuchi. And they're also with the Kaiser, right? And the Molly is just going to be on the Alice the whole time. Absolutely bullying.
And the fact that Wuchi is not using her Nance just to target exactly the spot, but also using the Nance to giving space for other teammate as well. As we can see multiple times, Nance has been used to disperse and protect the Alice.
Yeah, that's such an amazing point there. He was using it just not to like dunk or anything. It was very strategic, very methodical the way he went ahead and used that ultimate. He really did to go ahead and push that out. So I don't know about the Molly pick here against the red team. I don't think they should play Molly or Jacko. It's just not in their bag, bro. They got to play something else.
They need sustainability because like their main core, Robin, just got dropped away. Oh, now we see the Wuchi ban now. Yeah, you should have done that, bro.
Yeah, but now look, these teams are here for a reason. They made it this far, and the brains are turning. They're watching the other matches. They need to be looking at these builds and really be methodical. Take the ego away. Look at what the players in the winner bracket is doing and incorporate that into your gameplay.
Absolutely. Now we have seen a Kaiser ban as soon as, well, they're speaking fast, I don't know. As soon as the last match we have already seen, Kaiser was still the trouble, was still the problem. It takes Zepeda 2 punches to eliminate him. That buys a lot of time and space for Molly to dance around the battlefield.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
The Kaiser band is very, very smart coming from Ian Hior. Ian, how do you pronounce that name? Ian Hijar. How do you pronounce that name, Chris? Ian Hijar.
Sounds German, bro. No.
Oh, no.
No, not here.
Ian Hijar is going to lock in that Zepeda because that Zepeda is absolutely phenomenal. And the proc comes out to remember Warrung Gumbuk, which is the blue team, banned the proc in the previous match. So now we get to see that proc roam free.
Proc roaming free with the Robin. I have to put out some question mark over here. Is that if you could have witnessed the last matches, that Robin, he basically auto attack just to spam and spacing out, and then he can capture every target that has made a mistake on the battlefield with the cover of this teammate. Probably Prog, after using his Vortex ultimate ability, will get punished immediately away by Robin's Rain of Arrow.
Yeah. I actually completely agree with you 100%, Chris. Robin is a counter to Proc. And so is Molly is a 50-50, but they're just both going to be living with sudden extort. But Robin is a true counter. Being able to counter his merciless headwind, his skill, just with a jump auto attack alone, while he's able to space that out and have more opportunities to do damage, screams volumes on this counter. So let's just see what else the red team is going to pick.
We've already seen Proc, which can jump and leap directly to his target, and we can see Zepeda as well with his mid-air punching down skill ability. That's two players with skill to hunt the Robin. We need to find someone to cover for the Robin on the blue team, and on the red side, there should be someone that can do extreme knockback ability or a hard CC. I'm guessing Rapunzel should be in the play.
Yeah, Rapunzel would be an amazing pick, and it'll go super well with Zepeda. As well as, don't forget, there's also, have you ever seen the combo when Proc does the skill, right? And then Zepeda just ultimates when he finishes and knocks the legend up. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, that's disgusting. Like when the Proc in finishing animation, it just gathers every player's inside of that vortex.
Yeah, absolutely. From the ultimate and the skill. So Zepeda Proc is actually an insane matchup. It's going to give Dying and Leo a lot of opportunities to land his maximum output, especially if we see a Bunny Black Hole or a Mighty Alice Mine.
Definitely. Oh, now we see Swan in play. We haven't seen that for so long.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And the other Swan was absolutely insane. I'm actually so excited. I always said that Ducky is at least like somewhere between A and B tier. Very viable character. Very niche, but because it's so niche and not many people play it, people don't know how to play against it.
But a Swan with Furious Strike? This ring a bell. Like, there's just that much HP for you to play around in the domination ring, but once you get into the Swan state, the super armor power state, it's just not going to be enough sustainability.
That's a very fair point. That is actually true. And then we also see a Cindy pick too with the Cinderella dive, a maximum output. Honestly, the Zepedas in this tournament makes these maximum outputs such a variable.
Absolutely. Now we are just going into our heated battle on the second round of this BO3 right here, as Ein is taking the back lead. We're seeing the first lead, my bad. Cinderella trying to dance around. Robin is being targeted as Proc is just finding some damages out here. Goldie trying to find some damage as well, but Cindy kicked out Zepeda, giving no room for him to dance in the round now. The Ducky is already on his ultimate form, trying to do some damage. Cinderella and Zepeda Factory landed at well.
Oh my gosh. Are we going to see the Cinderella dive come in soon? No, we don't. We see the wing beat. Ducky ultimate comes in, but maximum output completely misses. Beautiful ult by Cinderella. Go ahead and push that proc, showing that true counter. Proc is one, but he has sudden. Beautiful dodge. Oh, wow. The Cindy goes ahead and takes him out. Here we go. Ducky is still in Ducky form. Gets a little juice box. Sippy, sippy, sippy. Are we going to see the ult come out? There's so many ults. The Vortex come out. Are we going to see the maximum output? No, just a skill. He could have easily go ahead and ult there. Are we going to see the ult come in for Ducky? Wow, the spell comes out. And the change.
Oh no, Zepeta trying to time it right correctly, but it just misses by a milliseconds out here. Cindy is just kicking out everybody out here. Goldie trying to dance in, pick up the health potion, and Vortex has been picked up as well, but there's only one person getting caught in it, but getting immediately cancelled. Rain of Arrow pushing on into Zepeta, and Goldie just trying to dance away on his guitar, and 3-0 so far. Red Aiko putting off the board, but Zepeta Factory punching machine landed. There's only so much health that can be put out here. Goldie dancing in, only Cindy left, but Robin keeping the round alive, dancing between the clock leads. Oh, using the ultimate to dodge out Zepeta as well, as we can see right here. Maybe a reset for the red team out here. But Goldie, will it be enough? Oh no, Goldie got knocked out.
The wing beat happened, and it's a 4-0. I can't believe it. Yo, Swan show. Yo, we talked about it. Are we future tellers? Yo, the Swan? The Swan? Oh my
The Swan came in clutch, bro. My bad. Like, we don't need sudden extort. The Swan was taking damages, and as soon as he respawned, that damage is still stacked into that Furious Strike, and he just changed into the Swan, taking away at least 2,000 health of the players.
Yeah, Zepeta here really needs to land his maximum output. He missed it 3 times on the Ducky in this game. And that is just completely... What happened? Okay.
But the stream is still on. What were we the fact that Zepeta didn't let that the Furious Strike, what was that name again? Zepeta maximum output out there it's a bit of a regret. Well, I wouldn't say shame, because he tried his best to time it right, but it just missed by a fraction of seconds.
Yes. Wing beat is a hard timing to hit, and there's like a small frame window for you to touch that Ducky before he gets that super armor, right? As he turns into Swan. So that's like super. I haven't seen many Zepetas land that now, like recalling. You know what I mean? Or like even go for it, because think about it. How many people play Ducky and Swan? And that's what I'm saying is such a niche pick. As I said previously, it's a character that's not played often, therefore it is a character people will struggle against or have to really figure out how to play against. Unless you have that knowledge, you have that veteran experience. A lot of people don't. These players definitely do. If you go ahead and check, all their levels is over 340. So it comes to a point where like there's just so much to this game, you need to remember every aspect and pick correctly. And play correctly. To be honest, I thought that the red team had the better team, but I was completely mistaken.
Yes, and it's the fact that we have seen Cindy somehow escape from the vortex of proc, and then everyone on the red team was thinking that, okay, maybe we're safe in this vortex round right now, but then Cindy just came out with that Cinderella kick, ultimate, and splashing every players of the red team out, while also gaining a lot of health to keep herself in the domination ring. And let's not forget the fact that Robin was let loose. Like, Goldie tried to target him, but the spacing was just there. The skill was just there. There's just not enough reach to get to that Robin while still dealing with the Ducky in mid-air, just throwing down the brooms, giving Robin so much space to run around.
We see the ban on Wuchi now, and we see the ban on Robin. Cinderella was putting in that work on that Robin, so they said, nope, bye-bye. But we see Cinderella trying to do that Cinderella kick and locking in Cindy here. And we see the proc coming out as well. The proc actually did a really, really, really good job. Especially with his Furious Vortex. He was just very consistent with it. But the thing is, it just wasn't enough. He wasn't using his merciless headwind enough. Like it just, the skills that he was landing just wasn't enough, and they just the red team needs to bring more and showed us why they are here now.
Absolutely. I have to agree with that because in the last match we have seen that before the red team even have the opportunity to turn the ring, Ducky is already there in her in her swan form, and no one can do nothing about it. We need some character that could go. Yeah, we need some character that can go and capture the Ducky while he is charging for the broomstick.
I also see why he's using Furious Strike, because he has the 30% healing with transformation as well. With the unyielding, that's not a bad build. Very interesting build. Okay, that works. That works, and it gives him the survivability he needs, the damage he needs for them to be a little bit scared. What else are we gonna see here? Right now, Aiko is picking. It's looking like a Maya coming out. Oh yeah, and that's the build I'm talking about. That build that Maya has right now is fire. The thing is, with the amount of HP she has and the tactical superiority, I'm assuming she is using the small rune that gives 15% damage reduction at a minute and 30. That's an easy 35% reduction. On top of the 20% attack with the get out of my way, it's a 46% extra damage reduction plus enchant Prue to be number 9. Wow, let me stop nerding out here. The Wolfgang comes out.
Oh my god, you haven't mentioned it. I would not have noticed. With the 46% damage receive bonus, Wolfgang one bite can just eliminate your health bar, wipe out of the floor. And especially that with Wolfgang ability track of blood, after he use with those who are under 40% HP, he deals an extra 50% damage. That's a guaranteed kill. And now we're walking into our third match of our best of 3. 1 draw for both sides. We can see that Cinderella in her Cindy being very confident and leading in here. However, Young is trying to dancing in. First knock on the Swan. We're trying to get, but no one keeping the Swan. Unfortunately, Cindy is dancing over there. Now Ducky's just jumping in the midair, but getting caught by Wolfgang. Wolfgang getting covered immediately from Cindy, and now we're seeing Prof dancing around. Oh my god, a massive skill lock, but the Mrs. G-Force is just not there to surprise. Cindy dancing in midair. Maybe a Cindy dodge should be soon. Cindy kick is everywhere, and Dragon Descent, pushing all the red players out of the game.
Cinderella! Here we see the wing beat come out. Are we gonna see the vortex? Is Proc able to heal? No, he gets absolutely bursted here. The bomb goes out, misses, but here we go. My favorite skill ever, the Dragon's Majesty. Oh, but he gets absolutely demolished. The stun comes in, the wombo combo. Oh, but Cindy holds it here. Young beautiful coming in. Boom! Bye-bye Proc, but bye-bye Young. G-Love goes ahead and hits Young out of there, but don't worry, Cinderella is absolutely holding it. Oh no, Ducky live. Oh, but he has so much HP.
Ducky is there, but Maya was there to counter, but Cindy helped her out. Now we have to see how the red team is gonna get into here. But Vortex wasn't being used and already getting eliminated, Proc. Proc, you need to do something. Cindy, Maya, you need to land them more stun, bro. Vortex should be used right now.
Remember, it could be anyone's game right here. It is the minion. The minion is the beautiful place at any point in time the other team could win. So let's not count out the red team just yet. But it's getting a little hard as another wing beat comes in as he safely goes ahead and gets his ultimate, gets a little heal. Cindy sort of looks sort of unkillable right now with the sudden extort, but it might look like game over here, and a 4-0. Wow. Bro. What an amazing performance by Swan and Cinderella. Dude, just because Swan and Ducky is MVP, it doesn't mean the other players aren't doing their thing. MVP, honestly, 5-Min Labs, please fix your stat system. It's not that good. I love you guys, though. And Cinderella really showed why she is Cinderella.
Absolutely, with her heels always on the throat of whoever is touching her Swan. My goodness, she's protecting her teammate at all costs. As soon as we can see that Maya locked on into Zoan, Cinderella was just there. With the ferocious dive, with the Cinderella kick, no one was left spare as soon as they touched the ducky.
Dude, Warren Gumbuk showed them why. Showed them why they're in loser round 6. Absolutely insane. Went through a tear. Ian Hijar, they showed us what's up. They had the picks. Just the execution wasn't there. They did had the tactical pick, especially with the Zapeta against the Duck, like he's a floaty. He only could do so much, and that maximum output could easily take him out when he's in wing beat. So, and turning into Swan. But Gembuk came up on top and really showing that, hey, look, we're not as old. We're old players, but we got all our EXP from playing ranked.
Definitely. I was more favor of some hardcore counter for Ducky, so supposedly Kaiser or Timoon. But I think it was banned, wasn't it? No, they banned the Robin, and Timoon was left open, and for some reason there were Eisenhower, Einherjar. Wow, that sounds so German. Einherjar did not manage to stick their ground on the battlefield.
Einherjar. It's such a funny name. They did play really, really well. Let me tell you something. I'm reading the chat right now, guys. Anything with MVP, right? If you have a healer, like a Parfait is the biggest example of just being an MVP thief, right? The Ducky with the healing could be an MVP thief, right? So there's so many ways to get MVPs. That's really hard to calculate. And 5-Man Labs try, like, for example, crowd control. They added crowd control. They added on fire when you're consistently hitting people, right? On fire is really important. On fire is actually, if you consistently hit people for like 2 minutes or whatever, that's probably the best way you can get a bunch of points.
Yeah,
which is a little ridiculous.
Then the more time you stay in the ring, the more points you get. And then it stacks up with the on fire as well, especially when Ducky is transforming. That's just like a solid 5 to 7 seconds of it.
Dude.
I hate that. Whoa, bro. I have to respect you, bro. Like, how did you manage to get so much information from people you just met, bro?
Oh, well, brother. I've been studying the game and I love this game and I dedicate way too much of my life for this game for a 30-year-old man. So at least I can help commentate and give the information to the people.
Oh, honestly, can I guess something? Do you have a Mohawk?
Do I have a Mohawk?
Not a Mohawk, a mullet. A mullet.
I do have a mullet.
God damn, I just knew it, bro.
I do have a mullet, actually. Super long, too.
Bro. Yeah, bro. Like, not gonna lie, I from the first day I heard your voice, I'm like, man, this guy got a Moloch and he be ripping.
Yeah, Metacurb. I'm just showing you that I can also, cast to the shout to the cast, my brother. Let's see here. So right now we have red, but this doesn't seem okay. We're seeing the Ukun versus Red Devils. So this is the second team of red making it this far, showing how strong that clan really is. Just the fact that you made it here shows that clan just has a lot of strong players. Their customs must be amazing.
Oh, their customs are very reserved and extremely intense. I've been there in once and I'm just like, nah, bench me, bro. Don't let me play with it.
I just want to sit right here and that's okay. It's better to watch, especially when you're not at that level. You're going to bring people down. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Metacurve. We love you too. Wow, thank you for the $10, bro. Thank you for the $10. We really appreciate you, man. You just do so much for
Oh,
us, bro. And like, I can really cry right now and thank you how much you really do for the community. And I really want people to know that this game has so much potential. Look at Brawl Stars, man. We just got our first collab, you know? Like, let's just do everything we can to make this community as awesome as it can be and as big as it can be by being kind to one another. And let me practice what I preach because sometimes I'm a little mean when the poopy heads come to my customs. So. Let's just make the community great again. No Trump.
let's make America great. Oh,
Hello?
come on, bro. Come on, bro.
America! Mullet! Nani?
Shit. All right, bro. We've seen a Wuchi ban. We've seen a Ducky ban. Oh, yeah. They have been great with the Ducky and the Wuchi because those. Well, first of all, the Ducky is a mysterious number. We don't know what he can do, and we don't get that many matchup against Ducky and Swan. But Wuchi, on the other hand, we have seen Wuchi dominating the league throughout the past matches.
Yeah, Wuchi's just been dunking, just sort of doing whatever she wants, being a top tier character. To me, if you master Wuchi, the 0 to 100 combos and the dunks and just how safe she is really makes her like a top 5 character.
Definitely, especially when it comes to the ability to let you use the non-say again. That's disgusting. That's just pure
Yeah, it
evil.
really is disgusting. We see an Alice pick here, and we also see a Jabber and a Robin come out. Now, you guys using Target Chaser a lot, and I'm seeing the value in it of Robin truly being able to burst with Target Chaser. You guys stick to the role of the marksman supposed to do damage. And I don't... Usually what we use is something completely different. We use the skill that gives us movement speed and 20% damage, and we use tactical superiority in NA. We don't use trophy collector as much anymore ever since the nerf.
Yeah, absolutely, and the fact that the movement speed and the damage buff can be stacked upon each other. So as long as you keep picking up items, there will be more damage. I've seen Robin after picking up 3 items, just one auto attack and then an ult, and eliminate a Kurenai with 4k HP. It's weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird. The thing is too is just also the movement speed, right? Being able to space out, being very hard to hit. That's like a marksman role. It's like I could touch you, but you can't touch me, right?
Oh, amazing! But we have to see if there is a good assassin that can reach into the Robin. Oh, I think it's already been picked out. Like Jarvert is a good counter for Robin with his dagger, but the red team picked it up right away. Now we just have to look for another solution over here. We see a Briar ban, a Kaiser ban.
Wow.
Those two
Smart
tanks are
bans.
off the equation. Yeah.
Briar is a fighter or a controller? Yeah, right. That's a tank.
That's a tank, especially making people fight against each other.
Dude.
That's a fucking cool.
Yeah, brother, the ultimate itself just could counter. It's literally a soul ult where like he stops the ult, but he counters everyone else's ult because you're gonna get hit. But it's a double-edged sword. For example, if Ravi gets caught in a Briar ult and he goes ahead and ults his whole team, he's gonna have another ult and gonna capture that point. We see Nui
that's
pick here.
true.
I don't know about this, man. I don't know about the Nui pick. Yeah, you're gonna get the movement speed here. You're gonna get some crowd control. You're gonna put a lot of stuff on the floor, but they haven't answered red for Robin. But it looks like it's gonna be a field day for both of them. And if they bring out that Maya here, it's not gonna look pretty.
The Maya pick? Maybe Young or perhaps a different character. I would say Proc is a great pick against these people right now. But we would never
Proc
know.
would
We're
be
just
really,
waiting for
really
the
good.
response.
Proc will be amazing actually over here. Nui is helpless against the skill, and so is Alice. Red gets caught in it quite often, and But at the same time, too, the Alice could just easily stop that vortex.
That is amazingly correct as well. But for some reason, I have a feeling that Jarvan is not gonna let Nui to stay. Oh, Anosha. Anosha that can counter Nui and Alice at the same time.
Okay,
Oh,
Chris,
see.
I want to tie again. Hold up. Okay, so, Okumi, this might be the last match for the night, and because this is a best of three, we don't know the last score, so this could be the last match of the day. And before that, we want to close the match as well after this if the VS best of three has been concluded, and we will continue tomorrow for the grand finals and finals for this tournament. So
What
strap
time?
on your seatbelts. Tomorrow, same as today.
Oh wow, it's gonna be amazing. That is going to be a movie, sir.
True, man. Last
guys
night
have
was a
amazing
movie. Yesterday was a movie.
players!
Tomorrow's a movie. That is true, bro.
Bro, you guys have so good players. Oh my gosh, I wish they have like a World Smash tournament.
I do
Oh, that
want
would
that to
be
happen, bro.
amazing.
That would be
Euphoria.
so incredible, bro. If it's a World Smash tournament and we just all meet up somewhere and just, you know what I mean?
That would be really cool. But we need to lock in for this match of the
Oh,
night
we're still
between
commenting.
Red and also, the Ukun over here. This could be a really interesting matchup. We see the Javert, we see the Narsha. Very unusual picks for the Red team, but we've seen the Vest with the Red as well over here. Could be a very interesting pick on this matchup right now.
The Narsha is putting in some work right now, landing the skill. The Jabber comes in with the skill as well. All comes out by Jabber. Super mega kick! Oh, very beautiful execution there. Jabber having the gold skill. Nui's ult
Look
comes
at
out,
that Robin
absolutely
damage,
pushes
though.
on. Wow, absolutely beautiful from the red team. As I said during Champ Select, I don't know too much about the blue team, but I do know picks, and the picks didn't look that strong against this team. We see an opportunity come out here. Oh,
Oh my god, look at that ult from Nui, the sun shall rise, but that Robin arrow being able to punish that landing from Nui over here, being able to insanely just do a lot of damage from the Robin, and as well the Javert picking one by one members from the blue team over here are struggling in this match of the night. Javert getting his knife stuck into Red over here, being invisible with the hide and seek again and again, but the blue team still wants more. Alice with the bunny black hole could prove to be very, very scientifically proven, very meticulously. Oh, look at that ult! Get that Robin, but no, I don't think it could be capitalized over here. 3-0 Alistair
Narsha
inside
is
the
not
box.
missing a skill. Oh my gosh, and Narsha is not missing a skill, but beautiful hold by Veth right here on the red. Oh, we see the Alice mines coming out. Oh my gosh, the sun shall rise, but not hit much. Now it's just her. Can she really hold it in? But the Alice comes in just in time, hitting the Narsha out to her skill. Oh, we see the Narsha come out. Is Bunny time about to happen?
Oh, look at that Sunshine Rise into the Narsha being able to connect, but now we see the blue team finally manages to get the point for the first time in this match. Now we see that Narsha, Javert, and Robin just do so much damage. The blue team needs to rotate maybe a bit, but we see that Bunny black hole inside, and oh my god, that Javert kick missing just a little margin over there.
Yeah, she's really very, very disciplined on holding that ultimate, which she should really use soon. And I don't know if that was it. That was a beautiful bomb coming in by Robin there. Misses the ulti. Nice charge up. Boom. Deleted the Robin damage. Wow, completely playing for damage here. The red is just being really smart, holding on to the point.
Oh,
Being able to stand his ult for long.
The Jabber. Oh, look at that Jabber kick. Managed to kick the players from the red team. But now we see again and again Alice in a bad situation getting pushed away by the Narsha. This team is actually on 3-4-3 on the score right now. 50 seconds left for both teams. This could be hype for everyone's match. We see again and again that Alice being killed by the Jabber. And this Nui over here tries to fend off everyone.
Wow.
But let's not forget the red ability. Red's just disappearing into their domination round, keeping a lot of time alive for the blue team, however.
Dude, this is anyone's game right now. Like we said, is the minion. The red team has the damage. The blue team has the ability to hold. It is anyone's game. 50 seconds on the clock. Buddy comes out. No! Now he gets blasted. It's all up to Nui. Can Nui do this with the movement speed happening here? Or is he going to get bursted down? Oh no! The red team takes it. 3 seconds left on the clock, and it seems like the red team is going to take it.
GG's for the red team managing to get that score onto the scoreboard right now. That was an insane match, man.
Wow, dude. I'm not going to lie. The sun shall truly rise. Let me tell you. And let's talk about the Jabber decisive blow. Man was going, this is Sparta!
Yeah, bro was
5
kicking
laps.
all over the place, bro.
Let's give a shout out to 5 Man Labs for just having this amazing, beautiful Korean battle arena that's just so crispy. You see the movement in this. You see how crispy this game is. The fact that it could be mobile PC, like absolutely amazing game that we all love and what we're watching right now.
Okay, I mean as well, that was the first match of the night on this top 8 as well, on the lower side for these two teams, and that was a very interesting set of characters that we see. Narsha, Javert, and Robin actually popping off in that match as well, with actually dropping everyone on that match. That was pretty insane, honestly, man.
Yeah, you usually don't see the Javert too often, especially on the minion. He's more of a team touchdown 1v1er, 2v2er character, but he just played it really, really well, using his ultimate to just slide through the blue team and land in that Spartan kick, as well as the Robin being extremely consistent with the damage. But let's not forget the Narsha. My gosh, the Narsha was just landing skill after skill after skill, but the blue team is no joke. The Nui holding the point, the Alice landing the mines, and the red Vething.
That is true. But now I think there's going to be a map change over here to the rain map on the abandoned pirate ship Rain from the blue team pick. Now we're going to all get into the band phase again over here.
Yeah, this band phase is about to happen now. I think the red team should just keep the bands they have, force the blue team on these awkward picks. That comp sort of worked, to be honest. You have 2 controllers and the assassin running around. But that's easily countered by damage. That's countered by damage and someone holding the skies, having anti-air, and then people holding the ground.
That Robin covering all sorts of, his teammates' weakness also. Narsha, if she misses a skill, or, Javert after he's doing the air attack, that Robin down there just being able to cover his teammates is just a very crucial role in this team fight.
Oh, absolutely, brother. I'm ban red. Wow. Why you said ban red for? Okay, they banned
Because-
Robin. Yeah, I would take out the Robin.
Oh, definitely.
I do
Like a red ban is reasonable as well, because the only reason why the blue team was staying so long in the game last match, not the only reason, one of the big factors is that red is just invisible in the domination ring, and making no time or buying a lot of time for the blue team to return. And as soon as Nui returned, he tags out, roaming around, trying to get the Robin, trying to defend the Alice, and making God's work.
Yeah, he's literally. Yeah, he is doing the God's work.
Okay,
It
but
was-
now we're moving on to the band section again. For the red team, I don't know what they're going to ban. I think there's not much a character that was posing any threat from the blue team. I think Nui was a bit annoying, but her ults from the Sun Shall Rise was not connecting much from the blue team onto the red team. So I don't think what the red team is trying to ban. Maybe Briar, the usual ban, or I don't know, maybe the red team is cooking something up over here.
They should go to default bans. I just think the red team. Yeah, okay, nice Wuchi. They took the Wuchi out. Absolutely, completely smart to take the Wuchi out and take it away from the blue team here. She's just too strong of a pick, and they should just stick with the bans they did previously, because the red team just performed so well.
I do agree, but that Robin being taken out might actually impact the red team's performance here because we don't really know how much of that, Robin, as we see, he actually gets the MVP of the match from the first one. So it also can, be part of a pivotal role if he's actually taken out.
Yeah, and Salama has other characters too. Like, she does have the Snow ready. She does have a Gumi as well. She does know how to play marksman. So to fill in that role, also Rampart is really, really strong in Dominion, being able to use those auto attacks with huge damage, huge push, and with sudden extra beautiful healing. And we see the Briar locked in.
That Briar, that usual pick. If there's always going to be a Briar or a Wuchi. I think that's like the popular hot picks of this tournament, especially being able to just be a menace inside the Dominion point is also crazy for these two characters. And that was also some surprise picks like Ducky before. That was being picked right now. This is pretty insane.
Yeah, this Ducky's coming out. He's playing support Ducky using Heroic Shout. So basically what happens, all movement, everyone gets 10% movement speed and 20% damage when he's transforming for about 20 seconds. So that's a long time, and that's a lot of boost. Using Curtain Call is a necessity. Throwing away those 6 projectiles. If someone comes close to you, Instant Burst could easily jump on Briar's ultimate and just use that spell.
That's true. I think Ducky also have the favor of being able to jump over a Briar a lot, and Briar being spending a lot of time on the ground, rolling around with the Thorn Wheel, being able to just zone out outside of the the threat that a Briar poses can also be pretty nice, especially when Briar just deals a lot of damage around the battlefield, and being able to heal with Ducky and just increase the damage for everyone is just pretty crazy.
Okay, now we're seeing in the chat here, we're gonna have Jarvert and Duck in combination, but we have not yet. Oh, we have it confirmed right now. We can see the extraordinary performance from Jarvert from last game, like just sneaking in the middle of the team, of the blue team, and managed to find Nui at the end of the road. I mean, Nui didn't have much counter against it, as he or she already used the Circle of Light, boosting her teammate, and just basically a ragdoll at that point, getting punched in the face and pushed out of the domination round. And we have to mention once again the potential of Ducky and Zoan, that with the recharge perk. So as soon as it's really hard to keep up for the time on how the recharge is gonna cool down. And like as soon as you see, oh yeah, he just used the charging, the fans is already flown out, and then he landed, and then the fan flew out again. We could never expect it coming.
That is true, Ducky with that recharge ability and just being able to shoot out 6 brooms out of the blue is already insane. Adding Ducky, having a small hitbox on top of that high AoE hitbox that, Ducky can provide is actually pretty insane, especially in a Dominion point like this can prove a point. And wow, we're seeing Hook and Parfait being picked for the first time in the night. This is insane, man. I was not expecting this.
It's a good counter, I would say. So Ducky can have his surprises with the broomstick, and also Parfait can also bring in that scythe. The scythe can use twice at any moment. You will never know.
That is true, but Hook, dealing a lot and tons of massive damage with that, firepower that she does have, especially on this map, having that firepower support pretty much online all the time because there's a lot of recharge boxes on this map could pose a threat to the red team, especially but the Teemo now being picked again by the red team on
beautiful punch
map.
Double on 2. Parfait instantly hits that Ducky outside. No way, Jose. This is my point, and blue team takes the point here. Jabber kick completely missed. Spin wheel comes out. Go ahead, do a little heal. Are we going to see the avalanche? We do, and Ducky gets out, bursting through the unyielding. It's a clearance sale!
Clearance sale being countered immediately by the Fever Dream, though, and we can see the positioning from Hook is amazing. Whoa, as soon as we mentioned it, Ducky get hit in the face immediately, and now Hook is trying to jump back into the round. Fever Dream will be casted out. Ducky has to be very careful with where and which opponent that he's choosing now. Clearance sales being pushed out, but Hook is there to suffice on the team fight.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
blue
we
team
see
is
again 3-0 scores has been posted by the blue team, but this red team, after that ducky play, actually manages to show up and why tell the blue team why they want to stay on this match. You know that ducky has proven to add a lot of damage to the team on clearance sale, but oh my god, that was a very unfortunate play by the ducky getting pushed away by the blue team.
Beautiful bomb coming in by the Hook here. Trevor has ult, you know what he could do, but this nightmare could come anytime as the wing beat comes in. Swan is here to save the day. Oh my gosh, the Parpay passive comes in and the red team takes the point again.
Whoa, we see again and again that Swan, every time it shows up, just destroys the battlefield. This, Briar needs to time that ultimate of the Cozy Nightmare to be a bit more accurate so it can counter that. Oh, look at that decisive blow by Jabbert, though.
Wow.
blue team, however, securing 2 lives, 2 kills, and now oh no, Ducky with the mid-air charging it just secured the blue color for the red team, buying a lot of time for their teammate to go down. Fever Dream being pushed out but getting no person. Oh, a Hook just there to cover for his teammate, and now Ducky will be transforming.
Oh my god, so a Falcon kick comes in. Jabber, beautiful skill. Nightmare comes. Keep dreaming, Bubby. Oh no, 20 HP on the Briar. Blue team is so low right now, but they're still putting in a fight. A sudden extra comes in. Everyone is low. This could be anyone's game right now. The Briar comes in, said, nah, yeah, the red team goes ahead and takes the points.
Oh my god, the red team does have this point, but now we see the Swan again and again being able to come into the battlefield. But now, look at that avalanche striking through inside the Ducky's body, having a lot of damage into it, and needs to get taken out by the Briar and the Parfait over here. But now we see again and again that avalanche, just so much damage, and the passive from Parfait leaving a little bit of room of wiggle on this Dominion point.
With 25 seconds left, no, 20 seconds left, the blue team just been piped. Will we see a miracle coming out here as the Ducky ultimate form is ready? He is there. Avalanche should be unleashing out for any moment right now, but the clearance sale just pushed out the Hook. 7!
It's anyone's game. It's anyone's
my
game
God.
right now. Nope, it looks like the red team is going to take it.
That was GG's, well played from the red team. This Ducky picks on this SEA tournament is pretty crazy, man. I was not expecting this many Ducky players showing up and becoming the MVP as well. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, just the cover from the Jabber, being able to isolate with his skill as well as the team in the clearance cell causing that chaos allows Ducky to go ahead and charge and actually happen. Clan Red is really showing the power of their veterancy right here.
That is true, but that is all for the matches tonight. We have so much more matches for tomorrow. We have the top 8 lower bracket featuring Team Chow Chow, featuring Team Warung Gumbuk, Chukiman, and also the Red Devil that is also going to perform tomorrow. And also, we can't count out the ones that are already in the winners final. That is Team Aura and also the Ego of Haymaker. So, everyone, thank you all for participating into this tournament. For everyone that are still into the tournament, you guys can chill now, have a rest, and also just recuperate a lot of your momentum to feel for tomorrow. What do you guys think? Do you have anything to say, Okumi, and also Chris?
I have everything to say that C has surprised me in such a beautiful way. The way you guys play is truly team formatted, beautiful decision making on the characters and team compositions, having the game plan and showing the game plan and allowing us being to elaborate on those game plans has been a magical experience. Thank you so much, 5 Labs. And thank you so much for the organizers.
Oh,
That
let's
is
not
true.
forget the organizer at all. We are here thanks to them, and we are here also thanks to the watcher and the streamers. We are here watching by 13,000, nearly 14,000 followers on our YouTube channel. Just being here, be giving us the best support you guys are EW, the real winners, and also thank you so much for our fellows caster. Let's not forget you two are the goated for this tournament to be so hype, so fucking fire. Oh, I love you all, not in a gay way.
It's fine, man. I mean, thank you all as well. Thank you for Okumi. Thank you for Chris. Thank you for the sponsors of this tournament. We appreciate every single
Shout out to
support,
the
every single
sponsors.
participants, man. Everyone that also registered and also just played into the tournament. I can't thank you enough. This has been the biggest tournament I think I've ever made, and we're having a lot more matches to spectate tomorrow, man. I can't wait. And I think that's all for today. Thank you guys that has been watching. Stay tuned for more battles tomorrow and see you next time.